Hello, Coolers! How are you all doing? And welcome back to Barça Live, season 2026-27. How good does that sound? We're back again. It's technically Matchday 2 in LaLiga, but it's Matchday 1 for us. It's the first time we're going to see Barça out on the pitch in an official game this season. Pre-season's done, the Gamper is out the way too, and now the real action begins. Elche versus Barça, a chance for our first 3 points on the board. New signings, youngsters, they're all out on the pitch. It's all coming up as always. 30 minutes preview, all the reactions here. And look who's back with me, Mr. Spencer Siegel. No one better to start the season with. Welcome back, my friend.
My man, we're ready for another season. Let's go. I can't wait. And actually, we've been waiting longer than almost every other regular club in the world at this point to play some meaningful football.
Yes.
So let's play.
We're finally in it, people. We are finally in it. I want to welcome back all of the people in the chat. Luis is there. Famil, Alia. We've got Mikojos is in there. We've got E-Tubs. Rodos is in there. All of you are in the chat. Welcome back, people. It's all coming up here over the next 30 minutes and indeed during the game. I want to say a massive warm welcome to all of you watching on around the world. Eugelia says, good luck for this, Barça. Good luck. Alia says, new studio. You could say that, couldn't you, Spence? Because it's looking pretty damn good. I mean, where are we now?
You could fool a couple of people, and you could. We might see like Hansi Flick just walking right behind us. It's very possible. I don't know. That looks like a locker room to me.
It does indeed.
It looks nice.
It looks really nice, I will say. I feel nice here.
All I know is, we're playing this game away from home, so it's a little bit tougher to actually be present and there all the time, but I'm hoping this season we've got some good new stuff in store. I'm excited for it.
I am very excited too, Spence. Let's go and walk you through the Barca lineup then. Let's go and get that on your screens, people, here. This is the way that Barca are going to be lining up for today's game. It's all coming up here, people, and I can tell you that this is what Hansi Flick has indeed gone for. An interesting starting 11, Spence, and that you're going to be intrigued by this. There it is on your screens. Joan Garcia starts in goal. Across the back line, Eric Garcia, Christensen, Gerard Martin, and Xavi Espart gets a start, we think, at left back. In midfield, then, you've got Fermin Lopez, Bernal, and Gavi gets his name on this team sheet. And then further forward, Lamine Yamal, Rafinha, again, we think down the middle. Let's wait and see. And Karim Adeyemi. So, new signing out there in Adeyemi, Spence, and Xavi Espart, maybe the big name on the team sheet in terms of youngster who gets his chance.
I have so many questions, especially starting with our new graphics, where we're gonna have to teach the fans to, if they're not yet familiar with faces, get familiar with them.
Yeah.
But listen, there's a lot to pluck through with this. My first thought, because this is just how my brain works, is kind of a 1.5 part question. Gavi's picture, is he? That's just going to be his picture all year then, right?
No, there could be some room for changes in the pictures.
Oh, these aren't their official photos or anything?
They're not the new ones for this season, Spence. I'll let you in on that.
Okay, all right. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I like the photo, but I don't know if is that going to be his hair all season? And what happens when Pedri comes in?
No, exactly. Yeah. Well,
it's a big question.
You'll have to wait and see. I'll tell you what, because we're going to have new photos, guys, over the next few weeks. So keep your eyes up for the photos because they're going to be intriguing. Coolers, though, 1 to 10. Let us know your thoughts on the lineup. I want to read out some of your thoughts on this one, which is going to be intriguing. Franco says, is Flick playing it safe for the first game? I'm not sure I'd call that safe. I think, obviously, Spence, there were always going to be changes, weren't there, with the lineup in this first game because of the World Cup and whatnot. It is intriguing to see the way Flick has lined up for it. But in the end, he goes for that. I mean, there's obviously a few interesting points in there. We knew it was going to be a bit mix and match. Cobarsi's not in. A few players would have to wait. Cancelo's only just signed. Rodri's not in the squad yet. So it's all we have to wait a little bit, don't we?
Exactly. And I definitely not playing it safe because there's a lot of options for Hansi to play with this lineup today throughout the game, not just in the 11 that we're seeing. And by the way, we did take a look at Gavi there, and we're going to be seeing something that we probably haven't seen. I don't know if we've ever... Well, no, that's not true. We have seen it. I remember Julian Araujo used to have the pink hair.
Yeah, that's a shout from you.
I don't know where I plucked that from, but yeah, that's... Well, anyway. But if we're let's talk tactics for a little bit, because we are here to do that too.
Go on.
And I think this lineup is one that can be very fluid, and I think that's one of the things Hansi's going to be looking for throughout this game, especially with that back line. I'm curious, and I've said this before already. I said this during the preseason. I'm curious to see how other teams respond in year 3 to Hansi Flick's high defensive line. Elche are a team that like to attack. They're not going to sit back on the back foot throughout the game for 90 minutes and just wait for Barça to come to them. And when they have the ball, they are going to try and do something with it. And that means that they're going to have a plan to go after a back line that likes to push up as high as possible.
Yeah.
And so I don't, obviously Barça do it better than just about anybody else in Europe, but that doesn't mean that there aren't evolutions to football. And one of those evolutions, again, we're in year 3 with Hansi, is that teams are going to try to find ways to get through that. And I think one of the ways to counteract that and combat it is to be a bit more flexible within what that back four is. And with this back four, obviously Cubarsi's not there right now, so you're going with Christensen and Gerard Martin at center back, both of whom are very capable of playing those positions. But if you get a little discombobulated, pretty much any one of those guys in the back four, and you could throw Bernal in there as well, can be part of a back line that holds a high line and hold their ground at any point throughout the lateral positioning of Barca's back line. And I also think that it's not a done deal that Eric is on the right side and Xavi Esparta is on the left, because Eric can also play on the left. So we'll see if those two switch, or this is kind of a wait-and-see approach.
Or Gerard could play on the left. I'm just thinking that's Spence.
And Eric could go in the middle. Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of flexibility there with this back four.
There is. There you have it on our screens, how we think. That's a big thinking with asterisks either side of it, because we have to wait and see what Flick lines up with. But that gives you a more tactical overview of how things could look. You can see the banner to become a YouTube premium member is on our screens. I want to remind you guys to do that. So much support we received over pre-season. We, of course, showed you all the games live here on Barca's YouTube channel, also over on Barca Play in 3 languages. I want to remind you, coming up this season, we've got loads more, as well as chat interaction with all of us. You have got those La Masia games, which are really good fun. We're going to have loads of those this year, so make sure you become a premium member. Barca Athletic games are also coming up here too. Legends games we've also got live. So all of that, guys, and a lot of it is coming up on this YouTube channel if you're a premium member. So make sure you join the family. You can join in with us in terms of the comments on these chats, but you've got all of that you're seeing on your screens also to get involved with. It's really good fun. Make sure you do it. And on Barca Play, I said it also, if you're either a member or if you're a Cordetta's premium member, if you've got the annual membership, you can also watch all of these. And also, you've got the possibility in 3 languages. So make sure you go over there, do all of that good stuff. It's important. It's good fun. You'll enjoy it over the course of the season. Spence, I'll get the lineup back in the bottom part. First of all, though, I did have a question for you. I did have a question for everyone in our members live chat too.
Fill the chat, people.
Key player today. Who are we thinking? I've put 3 options for you. I've put Espart, because I just don't know where he'll play, and I've been really impressed with him in pre-season. I've gone Rafinha, and I've got Adeyemi, but you can always, Spence, as you know, on the show, a very loved guest. You can pick whoever you want. But there we have it, people. Let us know who you think will be the key player for today's game.
Interesting. Yeah, if you know me, usually I do like to stray, but I don't think I'm gonna do that today. I think this is the first game we have to play it a little closer to the vest, and I think in terms of making sure that he's come out of preseason and inserted directly into the high energy first game of the regular season form, Rafinha's got to be one of the guys.
Okay.
I think he's the guy today that can help Adeyemi. They seem to have a good connection already, and that's important. Lamin's gonna Lamin, so I don't think he's a big deal. Ironically, I think we're gonna see what the chat says here.
Yeah.
A lot of people are also going for Rafinha. Although interestingly, and I'm seeing it even now, but before you even asked the question, the most talked about player is Hamza.
Yeah.
And that's just because he had an outstanding preseason. He scored several goals, and he's going to get his opportunity, whether it comes maybe in the second half today or on Thursday against Athletic Club at home. He's going to get his chance. But let's stick with what Hansi's chosen here and see how those guys fare, because we do have a debut on our hands today with Adeyemi, so that's at least one player that we're going to be keeping our eye on for as long as he's in the game.
Right, that's interesting from you, Spence. Let's have a look at who people are saying in the chat. Luis is saying Rafinha. Mac Lumbis, welcome back, by the way, my friend. He also says Rafinha for sure. Mumedaim also agrees, says Rafinha. This is nice from Ashpo. Key player will be Hansi, he says. Okay. Bonsor says Ferlin. I'm guessing you mean Fermin. Nice from Elbing Kufi says, Vamos, we're ready to go here. Indeed we are. Rafinha, lots of Rafinhas. A few Hamzas, you said it there, Spence. Quite a few Hamzas making themselves known in the chat. And a few Adiemis there. We have the inspired life, says Adiemi. What a big first day it is too for Karim Adiemi in a Barca shirt. Right, 20 minutes till kickoff, people. Not long to go. Here's what our coach Hansi Flick had to say ahead of this one.
Hansi, first of all, let's start for the main thing, which is La Liga. We're title holders. We want to know your objectives for this season.
No, our goal is clear. We want to fight for the third La Liga title in a row. So I think it will be amazing to get this goal, and this is why we work hard every day.
Today we're making our La Liga debut against Elche. What do you expect from our opponent?
That is a good team with the ball. So they have a new coach, but it changed from philosophy. It changed not so much, and so we have to be aware about this, because they are good player with the ball. They are very brave about this, with a lot of conviction. So we have to be by under our 100%. So this is important. We have to be ready for that.
And taking a look at our lineup, what do you expect from our players and the team today?
No, we choose this player, because it's not so easy, but it's also not an excuse. After the World Cup, many players arrived a little bit later, but now we have to manage the minutes also, and I think we are well prepared for that. And I just want to have the quality I see in the training, and this is amazing. This they have to show today.
Thank you so much.
Words of Hansi Flick there. He said it there, didn't he, Spence? I mean, there's no excuses. There certainly aren't. But it's not been an easy summer. It has been a different summer for Barça. A lot of players reached the latter stages of the World Cup. A lot of players won the whole thing and in turn have come back late. And we only saw them for the first time in that game against Basel a week ago. Sounds ridiculous to say, but that was the case. So this is not an easy start to the season for Barça, is it? But in that regard, he's going to have to use a few of these players we've seen from La Masia. Espart is the big one, of course. He's going to have to use players at Adeyemi who have from the offset and who have been training, playing with the team. But it's going to be a different start, isn't it?
It's twofold. It's not just the fact that you're sort of starting the season late, but your players are getting the same amount of time to recover after a long World Cup as other teams, but it's still not a whole lot of time. And then on top of that, even though you get the extra week, we can call it that, to rest up and be ready and prepare yourself, you're still now playing sort of Champions League format schedule in August.
Yeah.
We got a game coming up on Thursday, and then there's another one on Monday, and then 6 days later it's Sunday, and it's Elche, Athletic Club Rayo, and Valencia.
Yeah.
And listen, none of those teams are Real Madrid, but none of those teams are pushovers either, and especially when you're trying to get everybody riled up and ready to go and in form, it is difficult to start hot. So Hansi's got a big task on his hands this year.
He certainly does. Spence, I'm having a few problems showing the Elche team, but I will read it out for all of our viewers. This is how they line up. Di Turo is in goal, Chust, Afrengruber and Redondo across what we think will be a back three again. Across then a midfield five, Sangaré, Villar, Aguado, Morente and Valera. And then up front you've got Juare and Fernino, who has come into their side. What can we expect from Elche then, Spence, who have had to change coach this summer? Sarabia has stepped away. Newman's come in, Martin and Selmi. Not had much experience in Europe, not a great spell at Porto, but we're hearing he should play a similar style of play to what Sarabia did. That's why he's been brought in. They, of course, stayed in the division last time. The goal is to avoid relegation and see if they can maybe do so without suffering, right?
Yeah, that's the goal of a lot of the teams this year going into La Liga, I think, based on what La Liga looks like, because it's going to be very competitive at the bottom. There aren't any teams that you look at right away. If we go to the bottom, well, the bottom of the standings don't make any difference now because it's all everywhere. But based on the teams that came up, especially Malaga, Racing, and Depor, it's very compact. And so Elche is one of those teams that, if they stick to the style that got them, that got them to safety last year, which they were kind of safe going into the final day of the season, they realistically weren't going to get relegated even if they lost. It's tough because that turnover for a team like Elche hurts them in terms of a coaching change that they go to a guy who doesn't have a lot of experience in Europe. But I think we've seen other managers prove that you can have success even though you've come from outside of the European ranks to coach here in La Liga. I just think the one guy that Barca should be focusing on tonight, and all of us should be watching Germán Valera, because this is a dude who used to be in the Atlético de Madrid system. He was loaned out several times. He was loaned out Andorra, and then Elche, and I think there was one other team in there that I'm not thinking of at the moment. But he was everywhere, and for some reason, I've always liked his talent level, and he's clearly proven to be a La Liga guy. He's a top division type of player. He's now found a home, and that now he's into his groove at Elche, where he can get his second, third year here and say, okay, I know what this system looks like. I can now lead. And that's the guy that Barca should be man-marking for 90 minutes tonight. Intriguing
indeed, Spence. Well, there has been a question thrown into the live chat by our YouTuber, host Luis, who says, Culers, what did you like most about pre-season? Now, I'm open to any questions here, really, Spence, or any answers, I should say. I have got 3 options up on my screen, though, that I wanted to put here for you all. What did you like most about pre-season? I've put the opportunities for the youngsters. I've got Hamza's goals on there, or just to see the new signings on the pitch, because there were a few things, weren't there?
Yeah. This like all 3 of those things are kind of what the preseason's about, right? Can you answer first?
I'm gonna go. I'll tell you what I liked most. I'm gonna go Hamza's goals, because I think that was in a pre-season where Barca didn't have a natural number 9. I think it was very refreshing to see him step in, and I liked almost everything about his play as a number 9. I think his movement was excellent, the way he followed up on second balls, the way he linked up with play with his back to goal, grabbed 4 goals himself. The goal in the Gambit was great, as was the one against Basel was wonderful. Second one I really liked is a striker's goal against Birmingham. So I think in that regard, for me, it's got to be Hamza's goals.
So does that then surprise you to not see him in the 11 tonight?
In a way, yes. In a way, I understand that Flick is going to go for more experience where he can in what is already a bit of a mix and match Barca team at the start of the season, because I think he knows that he's not been able to have everyone available trading from the offset in this season. So if he can get as many seniors on the pitch as possible, he's going to do that. I think that's what he's done.
Yeah. I think this question, the answer differs for everybody based on what they like about preseason. And I've always kind of hated preseason just because I just want to get to the games. I just want to play. And the only thing that preseason does for me is it allows me a chance to see some of the young guys and go, okay, these guys, maybe they have potential to play at the next level. And we saw a couple of those guys. Yeah. And Hamza was definitely one of those guys, because most people didn't know about him ahead of time. And then the other 2 names that I think people are going to get more familiar with as the season goes along, depending on how things go, of course. It's very difficult to predict young players and where they end up minutes-wise. But we talked a lot about Ebrima Tunkara.
Yes, we did.
And there's also Alvaro Cortés, who, if Barca need help defensively, there's a guy who I think is built like a brick and ready to go. He's ready to go now.
Yeah, he is indeed one of those players on the bench, Spence. I'll tell you what, I'll read out a few of the comments that we have here. Justin, by the way, says, I'm happy for Rodri. Me and Spence will, of course, be speaking about that as the game goes on. Alia says, same, Spencer. Eva Binks also says, I can't wait for Rodri at Barca. Neither can we. We're excited, yeah.
Jordi Pesquer also.
Yes.
Shout out. That was impressive.
Pesquer was another one in there. Oh, with the little keep.
And he's on the bench.
With the keepy ups, yeah, that was good fun, wasn't it? Emmy says 2, so Hamza's goals. Jaya says 3, the new signings. Lots of different comments in there. Emmy also says 2. Peter Malita says that 1, which is the opportunities for the youngsters. Well, I can show you the Barca bench, by the way, Spence, because it's also full of full of quality.
Let's take a look at the options. It's weird because only 5 of these guys can get into the game tonight.
So many options on the Barca bench. If we can show that on our screens now, just behind the live chat. You've got Cancelo there, Cubarsí, Pedri, Szczesny, Anthony Gordon, Dani Olmo, Koundé, Cortés, Fariñas, Hamza Abdelkarim, Edel Aller. If we can just take the chat off the screen for a few minutes and we can have a look at the Barca substitutes. There we go. Thank you very much, people. And also Jordi Pesquer is there too. So loads on that Barca bench, isn't there, Spence, in terms of options to come off. If Barca fans are wondering, hey, who's available? That's who's available.
Is that an 11 right there? Can we just make, how many, is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? That's 11 players with a keeper. We could just We could just ship them all out right now.
We could.
They could play. I think we got 4 defenders. I'm seeing 3 midfielders. I mean, listen.
Pesquet, who isn't on there, but he is on the bench in reality. There's a lot there.
Most people are excited at this point, I think, to see the debuts, and that includes Anthony Gordon. We'll see what the second half looks like in terms of the necessities for Barça against Elche and who Hansi wants to start to incorporate.
Well, I'm going to show our guests the scores, which are on our screens right now, people. Do let us know what you think the result will be in the members' live chat. Spence, I've gone 3-1. You've gone 1 better. You've gone 4. Guled, let us know what you think the score will be.
Wait, these pictures are getting a little bit
We
older,
need to do a new
aren't they?
pictures.
Those are
Don't you
pretty
think?
new.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm going to write it
look
down
at
as well.
you,
Yeah.
man. You
I
look...
know. That's a young Pablito Walls right there, yeah. That's not me anymore.
No. You're way more. You've been working out since that one, since that photo.
That man has grown. That man has grown into his skin. Yeah.
Mentally and physically. I just think there are goals in this game today, and I know that's like the easy thing to say, and it's probably the cop out prediction, but I just feel like Barca always show up on the first game of the season. I've been watching La Liga and the Premier League.
Yeah.
The last 2 weeks. La Liga last week, the Premier League a little bit more this week since it's the first week. And some teams just come out and there's no energy.
Yeah.
And there's no excitement level and there's no passion on match day 1, and I'm thinking what are you even playing for?
Yeah.
Tottenham. But like
there were a few others as well.
There's a couple others, but mostly Tottenham. But like Barcelona don't have that problem. You watch, they're going to come out. They're going to be plugged in from match day 1. They're going to be ready to go.
That is indeed what we hope, people. So Spence goes 4-1. I go 3-1. Lots of comments here, people, which are intriguing. Daisy says 4-1 like you. Solon Golevin says 4-0. Misa says 5-0. Audia says 5-0. McLumbis goes 5-1. So many predictions, by the way, Spence. I mean, this is a very good start to the season by the Barca members, by the way. This is what we like to see. I'm liking this from you.
Yeah.
Wow, so many predictions, guys. I can't even read them all out. Jawara says 3-0. Bobonadillo says 4-1. Football Clips 4-1. Jesus Vargas 3-0. Elmir Days 1-3 for sure. Robert Plays 5-1. Goodness me, people. You're all there with your predictions.
Yeah,
Alia 3-0.
I
I love it.
I like it. Yeah, we got a lot of predictions here going on, and pretty much all of them are in favor of Barca, so that doesn't surprise me. This is Barca Live.
No, that is what we like to see. You're quite right, Spence. You can see there, time is ticking away. Just over 7 minutes to go until kickoff. There are the images earlier of the Barca players arriving who are now gearing up to play. The lineup is on your screens. It's at the bottom of your screens. Juan Garcia in goal. Eric Garcia, Christensen, Martin, and Espart across the back line. In midfield, Fermin Lopez, Bernal and Gavi, and up front, Rafinha, Lamine Yamal, and Karim Adeyemi. So there's the lineup for the first game of the season, Spence.
I just wanted to. I know we got a little bit more time here, and we got a few more things to do.
No,
but just
time.
in terms of key player, one that you didn't mention, I just think from a motivational standpoint, Fermin, man, he is so ready to play meaningful football, and we saw him in the preseason because everyone's got to play a little bit in the preseason, but this guy's ready for football that matters. He sat out an entire summer wanting to play in the World Cup and wasn't able to do so. So he's going to be ready to go again. Plugged in from minute 1.
Yep, you'd expect he will be indeed. So Fermin Lopez, one of those people, if you have him as your key player, well, it's more than understandable for this one. Spence, I think it's time for some pre-game quiz time, which means it's more time for the Barca fans, the Barca members, to get involved. First question coming up on your screens. Here we go. First game of this season, Spence. And I'll tell you what, I've got a follow-up question after this for you, but this one. Who scored Barca's first goal of last season?
Man, I'm so bad with like some of the.
You were on the live.
This is where we need Robert Van Eckhout because he remembers everything.
Robert would have snapped this up, by the way.
Yeah, he would have it already. I'm gonna go with Rafinha. That seems like the right answer.
It's good from you, Spence. It's good. I like it. You're starting strong. The correct answer is indeed Rafinha. That's what we like to hear. There it is. Rafinha is the
33%,
correct answer. I like to hear it. Here was what people said. Robert said 1, so you'd be incorrect. That's not the Van Eckhout.
A lot of ones out there.
That's not the Robert we know and love there. That's Robert Plays. Miska says 2. Ginia says 2. Goals says 2. There's a lot of ones, you know. So almost no one went Pedri. What's wrong with you guys? When you got Rafinha and Lamine, I suppose it's fair enough. Right. Next question coming up. This is interesting. When was the last time Barca lost their opening game of the season? Lost, yeah. Not drawn, lost. 2015, 2019, or 2020?
Yeah, that's a good question. Because it's definitely not any time in the last 5 years for sure. So
either way, it's not bad, is it?
2015 just seems... Actually, there's something weird about my gut that's telling me that insane year they actually did lose the first game. I think you're trying to trick me here. because I'm pretty sure that insane MSN year, I don't remember who it was against, but I think they lost the first game, and that's something that we've referenced in the past. So I'm going to go with 2015.
Oh, Spencerino straight in there. Okay, Lawless Player says 2019. Pinky says 2019 too. A Champong says 3, 2020. A few 2019s are in there too. There's another, there's a lot of 2019 Spence. And I'm unfortunately going to have to tell you, my friend, that the answer is indeed 2019, which means you're incorrect on that occasion.
Did they also lose in 2015? You don't know.
Let me think about it. Let me think at 2015. No, we didn't. We won against Athletic Club. And that was who we lost to in 2019. So
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Right, final question is coming right up here, people. Who scored the opening goal in this fixture last season?
SK.
Spence, by the way, this fixture last season was a historic one because me and you were on it, and we needed a third goal, and you summoned the avocados, and then we scored almost immediately after.
Wow. Yeah. See, you're turning into Robert because you're starting to remember more things. A lot of the games from last season just blend together for me now.
I'm an odd bloke.
And so the opening goal in the fixture. This is a 33% chance. I'm hoping maybe the chat can help me out here.
Okay, let's have a look.
Kevin
is spamming about 100
Kevin
threes.
Says Gavi. I see 3s and 1s. Let's see. So yeah, it's either Lamine or Gavi. I'm gonna trust the chat. Chat's leaning on Lamine, so I'm gonna go with Lamine.
Spence, I like it from you. Back the chat. You did well.
Good
you
job,
get
chat.
it. Spence, that's a good display for you. For first one of the season, I don't mind it at all. Guys. Well, we're not far away from kickoff here, by the way, people.
How many more of these do we have? Because I might need Hamza to come in for me.
How many more pre-game quizzes?
How many more questions?
Oh, that's it you got.
Oh, we're good.
Yeah, 3. You've done 3.
I got 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
That's a win.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's pretty good from you, Spence.
All
yeah.
right.
Not long to go then, people, until kickoff here between Elche and Barça. It's coming up in a few moments' time. You can see Karim Adeyemi on your screens. There you have it. Just 2 minutes to go until we begin here, Spence. And it's really come around quick, hasn't it? It very much has, which is, well, it's good. We like that. I want to remind all of you that you can indeed become a Pack Premium member on the club's YouTube channel. You can get yourself involved in the live chat by doing so. Also, Barça Legends, Barça Athletic, and La Masia matches are coming right up throughout the season over here. Also on Barça Play, so make sure you become a Premium member here, and it's all coming up. Here we go. Another question for you is in. On a scale of 1 to 10, how hyped are you for the season to start? Spence, give me your answer.
I only have 10 fingers, but if I had more, I would be putting more in. I'm going to ask you the same question, but on a scale of 1 to 11.
Okay. Which means I'm left with no choice other than to go for 11.
No choice. You got no choice, man.
Let's
go.
Can I say, and I'm intrigued to see the responses to this, but I will say, Spence, I think with the last week where we had all the games at the Gamper after the Basel win as well, I think when we signed Rodri, signed Cancelo, I think the hype levels have just gone through the roof. They've gone from like a simmering 7-8 to like bam through the roof.
Everybody's very excited about the summer signings this year, and with really good reason.
You would say so, no? We haven't spoken about it already, and I haven't actually heard your thoughts on it either. Cancelo, we know what he's going to bring. Of course, comes back in, top player. We think he's going to play a lot from either right or left fullback. But Rodri's a franchise name, isn't it? As we'd say,
he is a 10 out of 10, 100%. And listen. We at Barça Live here, we are very. I'm not making this up. We are very objective when it comes to like referee decisions and all of the things that come with normally being a homer. We like to look at it from a very equal lens. The fact that Rodri was about to sign with another club in Spain and then decided to come here, that's got to make you feel pretty good as a fan. I got to say, because he was about to go to one side and he just went to the other, and that
makes it sweeter.
That makes it a lot sweeter. It really does.
It was the big piece of news for the summer. There's just zero doubt about it, people. It really was a huge piece of news, and I can tell you that we are just seconds away from this one getting started here. Elche versus Barça in La Liga. It's coming right up. Barça, by the way, Spence, are going to be in that lovely new away
I was
strip
just going to
this
say,
season. Wow.
That is absolute fire.
That's nice, isn't it, that one?
That is so smooth. Unreal. Love that look. A lot of people are going to be buying those this year.
Yeah, and rightfully so, because that's... I'll tell you what, Spence, I might have to get my hands on that, because that's a really nice kit indeed.
I have to say, I think I like it actually better than the ones behind us.
Yeah, which is...
which we
also like, don't we? Yeah.
I like all three of them.
This is nice, by the way, because Elche have actually given a special recognition here to all of the world champions with Spain over the summer. So that's a nice touch before the game. So 8 Barça players are indeed getting some special recognition, which is nice indeed. And that's... I think the pleasantries will soon stop and we'll get straight into action now, won't we?
I'm done with pleasantries. I want to play football. Do you realize, Pablo, that Barça currently sit 15th in the La Liga standings? In the table, Barça are 15th. And that's because some teams have already played 2 games. 2! We haven't played 1.
I don't like it.
I'm ready to play football. Enough of this already.
We have to change that today. We have to change that, Spence. Yeah, that can't continue for much longer. Coolers, fill the live chat with some hearts. Let us know how hyped you are for this one. It's time for kick-off. Rafinha's the captain. We're about to get ourselves started here, Spence. The results, by the way, of the match day over there, just past Spence. So if you want to see how it's looking so far in La Liga. So it's all coming up. Lamine Yamal is on our screens and he is ready to go. The place he scored last season. It's Elche versus Barça. Football begins again for the 2026-27 season. Barça are back, people. We are back here on Barça Live. Spence, it feels good.
Hey, tell us where you're watching from. I really want to know. You can send in a flag, throw us an emoji, throw something. Give me a flag emoji. Where are you watching from? Because we got people from all over the world, and I want to see how many different countries we can rack up in the next 60 seconds. So tell us where you're watching from. And
how about this, Spence, for a new little involvement we've got on Barça Live this year. A little live match tracker we've got for you people to bring you even closer to the action is on your screen right now, so you can keep up to date with everything that Barça are doing. However you tune into the games, we're of course here to help you along the ride. Immediately, by the way, Spence, Xavi Espart, left back, and Adeyemi, left wing. So that's the early indications. It looks like we have it right on our lineup, which is intriguing, isn't it?
I'm just getting used to this new.
Oh yeah, you're taking it all
tracker.
in there.
This I was not expecting this.
Bang!
I had no idea this was coming. Honestly, you guys surprised me.
We wanted to surprise Spence. Well, watch out here because Elche are coming forward early on. Bernal had to intercept that. They come forward again here. It's been hacked clear, and Barça have survived. And now Gavi's getting straight in there as you'd expect with that hair that you can't really miss. In all truth.
No, it's very recognizable. I just want to throw a few flag shout-outs out there. Oh, someone said Chicago. I'm from Chicago.
Hey.
Shout out to Chicago. Jay, what's going on? Cubs or White Sox? Let's see. Who else we got? Switzerland, Poland from Jurek, California, Lali, USA. Where else we got? A couple of USAs out there. Barça fan from Mexico. Las Vegas, Nevada from Missile Cat. Sweden, Elmer Days. Ali, of course, Slovenia. Xavi in Spanish. Or Canada. Malagueña in Sevilla.
There's Pelita. She's back again, eh?
Yep.
That's what I'd say. The whole family's here, Spence, by the sounds of it now.
Everyone's here.
And we do have that.
Everyone's back. Welcome back to another season of Barça Live. We missed you guys.
You really did. First question is in there, by the way. Who will be the first scorer of the match? And in turn, Spence, who scores Barça's first goal of this season? That's the big question, isn't it? And you have 4 options in the chat. Lamine, Rafinha, Adeyemi, or other. Ambiguous. you going for one of the three, Spence, or are you throwing in a wild card?
No, I put my vote in, and it is the second most popular vote.
Does that mean you're going for the Brazilian captain?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You know what I'm going to go rogue. Adeyemi.
That is the least picked.
It is.
Yes, which means if you're right.
One of a kind is what I'm saying
Exactly.
there.
Exactly.
A few forceful challenges in there. This has started quite feisty early on. Elche have tried to come up with a good piece of intensity. Spence, look what else is on your screen. The flick cam is back!
Flick cam! Oh, how I missed the flick cam.
We missed you saying it too, I must be honest, so.
We missed the flick cam! Where is he?
I've had to go a whole summer without that, by the way.
And how was your summer?
It was actually a really nice summer, to be fair, all things considered.
Thank you.
Considering I didn't have the flick cam for 3 months.
Right. In spite of the fact that you didn't have the flick cam.
It's actually quite impressive, that it went so well.
It's been really hot in Spain.
It has been
Just put it
a
that
little
way.
bit unbearably hot.
It's been pretty hot. We were, trying to get out of the heat.
Skips that says watching from Australia. Ali says, did you hear that the Lakers are in Slovenia?
Oh, no, did not.
Well,
But that makes sense.
There you go.
That checks out.
Super searching ball here on the back, and trouble for Barça, although Gerard Martin in the end with a vital touch, and Espartes in there can mop it up with a few good tackles. He's been heavily involved so far, hasn't he, Xavi Espartes? Left back is one of those positions who he's probably not so familiar with, Right back, midfield, we've seen him play before.
I'm very curious to see where his strengths will shine as a left back, because as a right back, it was very clear. He was able to put very nice crosses into the box. We saw all throughout the preseason. We saw it a little bit at the end of the year last year. And he can also make those inverted runs, overlapping whoever is playing on the right wing. But now that he's at left back, when he carries the ball, we're talking about, of course, with Barça in possession, we'll see what kind of left foot he has to put any sort of cross in, but it's going to probably be a lot more inverted than we would be used to.
Well, was a free kick chance here for Elche early on. 5 minutes played. There was a foul in there by Fermin Lopez, so a little bit of defending for Barça to do here, who will have to be alert. It's swung in towards the back post. That's quite a lot on that. It's going to go up for a goal kick, so yeah, no problems there.
By the way, talking about the Lakers, I think that this is actually... No, I really think this is the most opportune moment to actually mention them, because the Mamba kit and the fact that this Barça kit is black and purple and almost kind of looks like the Lakers, just lacking a little bit of yellow in there, but it's about as close as you're going to get. And then you got Gavi in his
and Gavi is
in his pink hair.
Is pretty hard to miss, isn't he? It's a remarkable little trim he's got himself, and watch out here, because an early ball in the back has allowed Lamine Yamal around the back. First shot for Barca. Lamine, he misses. Big opportunity, first opportunity. And I wonder, if Adeyemi was square. He went on his own. Spence, you said shoot, and he nearly got it in.
Yeah, it looks like he might have been offside anyway. I think this is a moment where there wasn't really... there might have been an angle for him to lay it across, but I think he kind of got caught in between feet, and Hansi's he's not too happy with that finish, but to see that they've gotten a chance inside of the first 6 minutes is encouraging.
Well, I'll tell you what, you can see what that meant to Hansi Flick. He knew that was a big opportunity, didn't he? And Lamine was bang on in there. I think you're right. I'm not sure whether he would have been offside or not. Because it was very tight. But he did have Adeyemi there. I just wondered whether he would find him or not.
There's that high line again that Barça are, again, with this back line, it looks like it worked. Oh, is this the first time?
Oh my God. No, there was actually one earlier, but we missed it, but do it.
I was preoccupied, sorry. Yeah. We made it from the old set to the new set.
It's back, people.
The offside flag is back.
The assistant's back.
The one that I actually used as a referee in the U.S. There were people who were called offside with this very flag.
It's a great flag, it really is. You know what I'm liking so far, 8 minutes in? The pace we've got off the wings, Spence. Adeyemi, Lamine, and watch out because that was a touch. And in the end, it's quite a fortunate touch from Gerard Martin, who gets enough on that back to Joan Garcia. But the pace on the wings is looking very promising indeed for Barça, who are clearly trying to get in behind that Elche back line when they can.
Yeah, we've played 8 minutes already, which it doesn't seem like. This is kind of already flown by. We've been waiting so long for football, and all of a sudden we're flying by at the beginning of this game. I feel like I haven't really seen Barça in possession yet. Everything has been more build-up. Let's see what happens.
It's nice again from Espat, isn't it? Really quick feet from him. Look at him go. Xavi Espat, glorious run. He just couldn't quite get the ball out of his... There is, in the end, lots of pressure on him on Xavi Espat by the Elche players. In the end, it is Barça who recover possession in. 9 minutes on the clock. Elche 0, Barça 0. Match day 2 of the competition. Technically match day 1 for Barça. Who are getting started here with Gavi and Espart and Adeyemi, who's starting for the first time. And someone who isn't a new signing, Spencer, might well feel like it. This boy here, Christensen. Big season for him it could be, and great to see him starting already in match day 1 because we hope he can stay fit.
I mean, he's been here for a while now.
Yeah.
Is this year number 4? Like,
yeah, I think it might be. Yeah.
You know, last year was a bit of a lost year for him, but that's kind of the one silver lining of having a lost year is that the next year you come back and you've got the opportunity to really get back to a form that you knew. And here's a nice little turnover from Bernal. Bernal did really well to bring it back.
Yeah.
Just missed the next connecting pass.
Yeah, he couldn't quite get out of his feet. That's a nice nutmeg, you know, and a good switch right here. So Elche come forward. Again, they've started this one well, you know, in terms of the intensity they brought to the game, and that was very intense also by Gerard Martin.
Yeah, both teams. Both teams have the intensity right now, and that's, again, said it at the beginning, that's what you expect on match day 1/2.
That's what you're asking for, isn't it, Spence, really?
It has not been a problem for Barça so far. That's definitely not in question, and that's what I like seeing. And let's see this touch from Lamine, of course.
Lovely
Picture
take
perfect.
by Lamine. The ball
Rafinha might be onside.
That was close, wasn't it? And in the end, it just got away from Rafinha. It looks, though, doesn't it, that Elche, they're still playing with that sort of high line that we saw from last season, which we had some joy with.
Yeah, I think they are just trying to be a little bit more careful when bringing the ball out. Almost lost it again. But the one thing you can't do as an inferior team in La Liga to Barça is get caught in possession in your own defensive third. If that happens, you're absolutely toast because Barça are just designed to punish you when that happens.
Yeah.
When you take possession back that quickly. If you force Barça to build it back up a little bit, knock the ball around and force them to manufacture a goal, that's a different story.
Elche must be careful in that regard. And see, well, we're seeing images of some of the Barca bench. We said it a few moments ago, Spence. There's so much there. A lot of you are asking us, if you're a Pack Premium member, you do have access to La Masia games, Barça Athletic games, and Legends games throughout the year here on FC Barcelona's YouTube channel. So make sure you sign up. If you're a Pack Basic member, you have chat access too. So all of that is indeed coming up. Barça have started well here. It's not been an easy start to the game, and Espart had to get in there, did get in there, and Gavi can eventually bring Barça clear. There is Gavi, gives the ball away, though still Gavi can get on it, and in the end, Elche win it back. It's quite to and fro this, and it's been a frantic start to the game.
One thing Elche are doing right now that's making life difficult for Barça is when Barça have the ball, as soon as Elche turn it over, in Elche's attacking third, they're getting right on top of Barça. They're trying to force a similar high pressure turnover to allow Elche to get in behind quickly.
Yeah.
But it's an open game. It's
good from Espat.
Oh,
Big
look
shots
out.
here. Rafinha, chance for 1-0. Rafinha, penalty surely.
Absolutely.
Yes, it is.
It has to.
Penalty Barça and a chance for 1-0. Brilliantly won back by Espartino, who's getting all the plaudits from his team. And Barça have a chance from the spot to get the season started. Well, they're claiming a dive here. I don't think it was, because Rafinha would have wanted to send his feet. He had Lamine in.
I need a close-up just to confirm. Yeah, you're not overturning that. That's
No.
and had Rafinha been able to, I mean, he probably could have stayed on his feet and at least made the effort to dish it off to Lamine, and it would have been a sure goal. But you'll take the penalty.
Yeah, he absolutely will. So then, people, this means a chance for 1-0 inside the opening 15 minutes.
I think I said that Rafinha would be the first goal scorer of the season. So let's
You
make
did,
sure that
Sven.
he slots this away without any problems.
Here we go then. Up steps Rafinha for Barça. A chance to make it 1-0 on minute 14 and give us our first goal of the 2026-27 season. What's the captain got then? Newly appointed. Can he put Barça ahead here? Up steps Rafinha. Yes, he can. Vamos. We're back, baby.
We back, baby.
Barça 1, Elche 0. Rafinha scores his penalty. And we have lift-off at the Martínez Valero. There it is, Rafinha struck into the corner. Elche 0, Barça 1. We have lift-off. Woo! Missed a celebration too, yeah?
No problems. No pressure. No doubts. That's our guy. Yeah, you can talk about a lot of... There he is. You can talk about a lot of different players.
Spider-Man.
Spidey?
Yeah.
Spidey? Okay. Arturo goes the right way. Doesn't matter. Keeper went the right way, and he was a full 2 meters from that football, despite guessing the right way. That was so far into the side netting, he had no chance.
That's just class, isn't it, from Rafinha?
That's the captain.
Yeah, cool as you like. Scored the first goal last season. Gets the first goal this season. He won it. He took it. Perfect start for Barça, Spence.
On to the next one. This is how you do this in LaLiga. This is how you start the first game of the season. You don't settle for one. Barça have never settled for one, and now they've got a lead to work with.
Yeah, that's exactly what the fans would have asked for.
I think it's very early, but Xavi Espart at that position, playing left back,
Yeah.
which is a move from Hansi that only Hansi would have really had the gumption to make that decision on the first day of the season after putting him at right back throughout the preseason.
I'll tell you what, I think he's a player who everyone's going to be thinking about, Spence, in the opening few minutes. He's been brilliant. He really has. For Barça, from that side, he's been magnificent in terms of looking right at home immediately at left back. He really has. But watch out here, because Elche themselves are trying to come round the back.
I'm just looking.
And watch out here, yeah, good defending again by Eric Garcia Bernales there, trying to shepherd him out of play too. And he kicks it out of play for a goal kick.
Is it? There's the corner.
A corner, I meant, sorry.
I'm trying to focus a lot, especially now that Elche are going to have a little bit more possession in the few minutes following Barca's goal. I just want to see what this back line is doing, how they're operating as a unit. And right now, they look very together. And for the four that are out there, and this being the first game of the season, that's a really impressive feat.
Corner in then by Elche. More defending to do here, and a chance at the back post. And Joan Garcia in the end off his line. And off his line to very good effect because, well, a bit of tussling there, wasn't there? And in the end, Eric Garcia lost hold of his man.
Yeah.
That's a good chance, you know.
It's a half decent hitter. Did that ball bounce in the box? A corner bounced in the box.
Yeah.
How often do you say that?
Christensen wide now for Lamine. confident start for Barça. There is the Flick cam. There's Hansi Flick and his coaching staff are now seated on his bench.
Wait, do we have a transition graphic that says Flick cam?
No, you haven't got that, Spence.
So I'm gonna have to be like alert the whole game now.
Yeah, and you're gonna have to bring extra spice to the Flick cam to let everyone know that it's here. This is nice again.
Just go, man.
You're in.
Just go.
You're in. At the end, he was clean through there, no?
He's gonna look back at that after the game or at halftime. Adeyemi had his debut goal, or at least his debut shot on target with an XG above 0.7. Wow.
What a chance that is. Goodness me, it really is. Anyway, Barca are coming again, and they're looking very promising. This is Lamine. Rafinha's in back post. Doesn't use him yet. Still Lamine. And
Flag.
He couldn't find anyone.
Flag.
Okay. Offside. We're looking good on the right, aren't we? Lots of room in behind there. I'm liking it early on.
Let's see if this is... All right, this is the offside. I'd like for them to go back and show where Adeyemi had the ball, and he tried a back heel flick to keep the chain of passes moving, whereas if he had just taken it with him, he's in clean. Well, Sarabia is there.
Oh, that's interesting. Nice touch from him, I suppose, to still be there.
Yeah, he led them to... He got them promoted. He kept them up.
Yeah.
And then he said, time for me to move on. I'm stepping down.
Yeah.
Not to take another job. He's currently out of work.
Good defending there by Gerard Martin, because Elche coming forward here. Gavi then in there scrapping around. It's all a bit scrappy at the back at times, but Barça are really digging in there to make sure that they stay okay in this one. Fermin now. He's fouled, surely. Yeah, he was fouled. Free kick, Barça. Preparing a little question for our fans here, Spence, as we approach minute 20. It's flying by, isn't it? Rafinha's goal in the 14th minute, the difference between the two teams currently.
And now, not that they were feeling any pressure beforehand, but just having that lead as they attack Elche's back line again, having that one goal cushion allows them to operate even more freely and work on winning the ball back and coming forward without... He has a handball.
Okay.
It's an unfortunate one, but it looked like in real time that Bernal kept it down with his arm. Let's see. Yeah. Unfortunate.
Yeah, tough one. It hit off his body first, which sometimes you think you get away with, but not on this occasion.
Ooh, that's an interesting way to keep the ball and bring it up the pitch from Elche. Honestly, one of the things I'm going to do in August and September is look for any way that these teams find to try and break down Barca's high back line.
Okay, yeah.
Because no matter how hard teams strategize, no matter what types of tactics they're trying to put forward, pretty much only Rayo Vallecano made it work. And
yeah, that's true, actually. And that was right at the start of
last year.
It was this time last year, wasn't it, Spence? Yeah.
It was I think, Matchday 3.
Yeah, it was.
And nobody seems to be able to replicate that. Like, the traditional thing that you do as a team that plays against a high line is to try and make those runs in behind. But as we've seen time and time again, Barca have it pinpointed almost to perfection, where anybody that makes the run, for whatever reason, for the reason of them being so organized, is instantly offside.
We have got to unlock, haven't we? I'll tell you, this is quite fun early on here, because it's a bit unlike other LaLiga games, and credit Elche, because they are often a side who do this. They're playing quite high, aren't they, Spence? But that's making it quite easy at times for Barca to get in behind. It's a fine line, because there's not much margin for error, but if we get it right, we're in. Rafinha's on the line again.
It's a fun first game, because Elche want to attack. It's not like we're playing Getafe on Matchday 1. Although, actually, 2026, 2027 Getafe might be something different, which is a different story for a different day. but Elche want to play. They want to play football. So that's why I think it's a good test to see what Barca's defense does. And obviously, in attack, they're gonna keep coming.
Members, question for you that I put in here. Happy with the start? What are your thoughts on it so far? I've got loving Xavi Esparra's display. Rafinha's penalty was perfect, and that we've defended solidly. What are your thoughts then, guys, on the opening few minutes here from Barça? Let's see what the chat have to say about this one. Aria says 2, so it's all about Rafinha's penalty. Mac Lumbis and Benita Malaguita agree.
Look out.
And watch out, because here come Elche. Big chance. Oh, and in the end,
nice sweep.
Brilliant from Eric Garcia. Super challenge. Had to get there, did.
Yeah, big sweeping challenge from Eric. Because there was a collision further up the pitch. It was Gerard Martin who was involved in it, and there was no foul. It was just a coming together of two players, and Elche were quicker to the ball.
Yeah. Vital from Eric, though, wasn't it, to get in there. Really good defending from him, and he's starting at right back today, Spence, but we could see him pop up a bit of everywhere, couldn't we, this season? But I feel like he's going to be a big, big, big player in this team.
Is this second corner to defend now? The first one wasn't defended so well.
So maybe Victor Chus, this one is defended better. Christensen it was. Few more answers that we've got here. Mike Lumbis also says 2. Lots of people said Rafinha's penalty. I've been loving Xavi Esparra's display so far, I think.
Yeah, for me so far, it's either 1 or 2, but Xavi Esparra has barely put a foot wrong so far. But you go back to Eric. Let me ask you a question. As far as if you had to pick one Barca player, and I'm not just leading you to pick Eric, you can pick someone else if you want, but if you had to pick one Barca player who you think would be the best player to be able to play every position on the pitch, is there anyone else you would pick? Like, obviously, you know
who's a good shout as well? De Jong, I think, would be up there for me.
Yeah?
Because I think you can play him in defence and he can score goals as well.
Yeah. I'll take that. I'll buy that, for sure.
But if it's not De Jong, it could be Eric, yeah.
I mean, if the situation called for it, I'd be comfortable putting him in attack if we needed to. Like, that's how much I trust him to do whatever the coach asks him to do. Yeah,
I mean, he's that sort of player. You can tell that Hansi Flick loves him. It feels unthinkable, Spence, to think 24-25 season there was questions of him going out on loan midway through a season. No, can you imagine?
You have to have those guys on this team. On any good effort from Esparra.
Yeah.
And you see what happens. He loses the ball, so he's now he was stranded for a moment in the midfield.
Good again from Barça. The pressure's really good. Here they come. Fermin. Rafinha. Look at Lamine. Look at Lamine. Can he get it back? Fermin's in now. Lamine's wide open. Can we find him? Fermin still bumped over Elche in the end. Bit of a mess, but they do get it clear. Barça so very close to 2. And was that one of those agonising situations, Spence, where up on the TV it looks obvious to find Lamine, and when you're down on the pitch it's not so easy?
Well, that's the second time that Rafinha's had the ball on his left foot with an option that's really difficult for anyone to get it over to the right side. The first time when he drew the penalty, he did cut it back onto his right foot, and he was either about to make the pass or make the next play. That time, I don't think he saw it.
Yeah. Well, Rafinha's penalty, the difference between the two sides then so far. But it's been a good game so far, very watchable, and here come Elche once more, bursting forward. And lining up a shot here potentially too. Barça have had to defend well so far. And Eric Garcia in the way. Good from Eric. That's what we like to see.
The defending, even though Elche have been consistent so far in coming forward, the defending has not allowed even one half chance.
No.
For Elche so far.
Yeah, that's true.
At least an open play. I'll give them the first corner that they had.
Yeah, nothing really for Joan Garcia to do yet. I'm liking Adeyemi, Spence, in the opening 27 minutes. He looks like a real option at left wing, as a pacey breakaway winger. Working quite hard there too. And in this sort of game, he suits it perfectly, doesn't he, in terms of those breakaways. He's got a bit more space than he might have. I think I was saying in pre-season that he's going to have to be a winger that is going to be used to. He's going to have to get used to getting 2 players on you. And watch out, Elche make a bit of a mess of things again. They've got away with it. And having to create a chance yourself, dig something out of your boots. But today he's got a bit of space to run into. Might not have that every week in this league.
You think he has space today?
Yeah.
I want to see him with the ball and time, and I just feel like I haven't seen it yet.
He's more got space to run into, not so much with the ball, maybe.
Yeah.
Like he's having to time his runs and get fed in behind, and then you're looking at a 1v1 with a keeper. But
he definitely didn't have hardly any time or space in the preseason against anybody. The first game that you and I did.
Yeah, no. Birmingham.
The Birmingham defense were all over him, and obviously it was his first game in a Barça shirt. Look out!
Oh, nice from Barça again. Bernal, glorious over the top towards Lamine.
That's a corner.
Yeah, corner kick in the end. Some of the football's great when Barça get going, isn't it? They're intricate, the way they play it around. Little dink over the top. Corner. It was a Barrera, wasn't it, getting in yet? Come on, Coolers. Fill the chat with some live, with some Barça blue and red hearts for us, and we'll show the chat. Show some Barça love as we're lining up for this subsequent corner, which is going to be taken by Rafinha. Come on, Rafa. What do you got for us?
Let's see what these set pieces look like right now. I think the objective here, you got to try to find a free guy.
In it goes by Rafinha. It's looped to the back post. Martin leaps. Elche clear. Free kick. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Martin was half free.
There you have. Ali has filled the chat with blue and red hearts. Coolers, join us.
Christensen, who was at the back post.
Join us with some Barça love, people. Spence, how was your summer been, guys? It's going to be a calling break here, by the way. This is a good chance to ask the chat. How has your summer been? Let us know what you guys have been up to. How have you found it? Obviously, no Barça, but there has been the World Cup. What have you guys been up to?
Tell us what you did this summer.
Yeah, exactly. Let us know. We'll get into
also,
discussion.
It should be worth noting, because I think there was a lot of stick given over these cooling breaks.
Yeah.
In the summer.
Yeah.
But that was because they did cooling breaks in domes with 20-degree air-conditioned temperatures. This is legitimate. It's hot. And the FIBA laws, actually, the IFAB laws stipulated well before this World Cup that at temperatures above, I believe, Celsius, I want to say it's 27.
Okay.
27, 28. I think it's like 80 or 85 Fahrenheit. Above a certain temperature, you're required to take a cooling break in each half. So let's let these guys get some water.
Yeah, they need it. They need it. It's going to be very hot, by the way, in Elche.
Work and studying.
Fair enough, Alia. Oh, Cyber went to Barcelona. How did he find it? And also says, love the commentary. Vizcar Barça. Thank you. We love you too.
Barcelona's a nice place to come.
It is, yeah.
Good place to come hang out. I would recommend a day trip to Girona as well. Great place. World Cup, and more World Cup.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Mac, Sweden looked really good in that. Was it the first game against... Who did they... They beat someone 5-1.
Yeah, was it Tunisia?
Yeah, it was Tunisia. True. Oh, you got Tunisia's coach fired.
You did. Well done. Hope you're happy.
And then they got housed by the Netherlands.
Yeah.
And then they were in the knockouts. They were up against France. There was no chance.
Didn't go to plan for you lot at all, you know. Yeah.
But once you drew France, there was no chance.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mac. Like at that point, you weren't going to come up with that. Paraguay, Germany.
No.
Upset. That only happens once. Oh, Cabo Verde. Oh.
Yeah,
so close.
What a great tournament. Nice throwback today. Eddie, got to see how we're good defending here, by the way. But I get it clear. What about the US then, Spence? You guys?
I was happy.
Yeah, you fine? Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't happy with the controversy in the end, but I was happy.
Yeah.
Like as a football fan, just strictly talking about football, every game up until the last one where they just didn't quite have it. Every other game, I was like, I've never seen this team play like this before. I've never seen this before. So I was happy. I enjoyed the ride.
Okay.
I think that's what you can say.
First yellow card. Sorry, Spence. First yellow card. That's what you were saying.
Well, we're out of the cooling break, but I might as well return the question. How do you feel about your boys in England?
Honestly, I don't really go with England. I go with Spain.
Ah, so you just pick and choose based on
No.
winning.
I've always gone with Spain. I've been there for the bad and the good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because my Spanish side of my family was always the footballing side. So they always, from a young age, pushed me into.
Well, lucky you.
I am honestly, it's one of those things that you don't realize when you're younger. Because when you're like, oh yeah, you support that country, and you're like, okay, and then you grow up and you're like, damn.
It was like Robert. It was like
what a tough few years I could have had.
Yeah. No. I mean, listen, your family chose correctly.
Yeah.
And.
Well, they chose for me, I suppose. It was
exactly.
The Spanish side imposed themselves on me. Yeah. So I had a great summer to answer the question. Really good summer. But England, I think what we can say, Gordon, who we might see in the second half, Spence here, look good, especially against Argentina.
We haven't really talked about Anthony Gordon that much.
We can.
Just because he hasn't played that much yet.
No.
But I'll repeat what I thought when I watched him play in the World Cup for England, which is that he was making plays that weren't ending in goals for England. But, hold that thought, almost.
Yep.
But every time he was making those plays and particular passes and particular runs, I was thinking, if Lamine or Rafinha are at the other end of those passes, that's a goal.
This is going to be fun, yeah.
Like he's set up for the system. And I think that's important to look at.
Watch out here. Oh, goodness me. That should have been the equaliser, really, for Elche. Really good football again, by the way. I think it was Ali Hourai who got in there. Couldn't finish. Big chance goes missing.
Ali says it wasn't about the cooling breaks. It was about the ads. No, I know. And look, we don't really have that. We're pure here. Okay?
Purists.
Cooling break, we didn't even give you one ad.
No, look at us go. Just pure Barça live, eh?
It's just Barça.
Yeah. Here's Rafinha. That'll play towards Adeyemi. I mean, Elche have had a few chances here, Spence, by the way.
To be expected.
Like that one there was a decent one in behind, and Joan Garcia had to be alert for that because they have created a little bit.
That's why going for that second and third is important against a team like Elche, because they can actually rattle off not just one but multiple goals at home. On a day like today, it's very, very possible.
They're playing good stuff, I'm going to be honest. And obviously, we have to remind people, this is match day 2 for Elche. It is. They drew away to Depor on match day 1, which actually isn't a bad result for them, especially considering they came back from behind in that one.
You know who scored in that game?
Hit me. Watch out.
Former Barça man.
Of course, big Pierre-Emerick. Yeah, lovely goal, by the way, as well. You know what he is? He's one of those who's gonna keep scoring wherever he goes. You know those strikers here, just like,
Aubameyang at Depor was not on my 2026 bingo card.
But I do love it.
I also don't like the. I don't know why I just said bingo card. I hate that expression.
Oh really? Okay.
I'm not a fan. What bingo card?
Yeah.
But no, I did not have that in my plans. But I like it.
Here come Elche once more. I'll tell you what, possession stats, I'll show you guys now. They're actually quite level because Elche are producing quite a lot here in the opening 36 minutes. And we're not even far away from half time. But let me show you the possession because it's quite even. In fact, as you can see, they've got more than us. And it makes sense, doesn't it, Spence, from what we're watching? Because they've got an awful lot of the ball. They're coming forward. They're creating problems. Barça having to cut up play with a few niggly fouls here and there.
But who? We need graphics here to help us. Who's got more possession?
Elche have more possession. The home team on the...
Here.
Yes.
Got it. Just making sure.
That's something else. I think you're...
Just make a note. Set piece defending again.
Yeah, it is indeed. A few of these already spent just because of those fouls that have had to be made here early on, and a chance for Elche to get the ball in the box and some defending to do for Barça. It's going to be Gonzalo Villar who's going to take this into the back post where there is a player coming round the back. Chance, took it well.
Nada.
Cleared by Christensen. Defending's been solid from Barça, you would say that. Flick will be happy with that, won't he? Because these first games, you have got to grind through them a little bit. I think especially in a World Cup summer. And I think we're doing that well so far, in the heat as well.
I would be really surprised if this game finished 1-0. But if that's what's required to get to the finish line tonight, then so be it. But I don't see that. Gavi's been tugged around quite a bit tonight.
Free kick goes Barça's way on this occasion. Big year for Gavi as well, Spence. When he had loads of action, didn't he?
It is a big year for him.
Towards the end of last season, he was playing all the time for Hansi Flick.
You know, he's starting the year healthy, which is a really good sign because you just want to see him at his peak. And I don't think we've seen his best football yet. We've seen his ability to hustle. We know what his motor is like, right? But I feel like there's another level to him that if he stays healthy, we could unlock this year.
Yeah. I mean, he got all those minutes. Didn't get many minutes with Spain at the World Cup. Just remember why Flick has thrown him into Matchday 1 immediately. And he's much like the Gavi of old. It was a definite foul, that one.
Speaking of Gavi, I mean, those are the types of fouls. As long as he doesn't pick up a yellow card there, it's fine. But I feel like sometimes those fouls that we just saw now from Gavi, there's a lot less upside in the challenge that he goes for to the downside of what came out of it. I mean, it's high up the pitch, so I guess if you win the ball back, you're in a good spot. But I don't know. I think Hansi has to find a balance for Gavi between what his crazy head is thinking, and like what his motor is like, and then what the actual skill set requires.
5 minutes to go until half-time. Cornelius, what will the score be at half-time? 1-0 to Barça, 2-0, or is there even time for 2 more goals? Let us know what you think. Matt Columbus says 2. Pilar Tamalita says 2. Confianza. Hardlefine says 3. Arlefin, probably, I should say. Elmir Day says 2. Alia says 2. Okay. Confidence. No one's saying it's going to stay at 1. Ruben Hartley there with some tourism advice. Watch out here.
Would recommend Girona. Nice, fantastic place, fantastic people. He's got it.
And like a tourism board in the chat.
I know.
Give me recommendations. Good switch here. Elche with a chance to get behind. Xavi Esparza trying to halt them in their way. Gerard Martin does then halt.
Allah.
The Emmy's fouled.
Good summer of travel. Did you go anywhere?
I went to a few places actually. Give me 1 sec, Spence. Yeah. I went first to Italy and Sicily, which was really nice. Just sort of like beach. Yeah, very ooh la la indeed.
Did you have some pasta?
Yeah, I had a bit of pasta. Yeah,
some pizza.
I had a bit of pizza. Yeah, correct.
Yeah,
that's a bit of Pablito.
Yeah,
right? It's Pablito dishes.
Yeah.
I then went to England for a few weeks.
Classic.
I did indeed, very classic indeed. I did indeed then go to England. So in that regard, it was just chill, bit of family time. And then I went to Switzerland and Germany in a week, which was my favourite week of the summer. I know as someone from Switzerland watching us on, I loved it. We're seeing images of Deco and Boyan, by the way, watching on the game. But I love Switzerland. I think we had a Swiss guy watching on in the chat. So hello to you. Love the country. Beautiful. Near Zurich, in the mountains,
nice.
The lakes, the scenery, amazing. And then the Black Forest in Germany as well. Wow. Gorgeous.
Nice.
Yourself?
What did I do? No, I was. Well,
You've been here quite a lot.
I've been here a lot. I've been working the World Cup.
Yeah.
I went to the U.S. for my sister's graduation.
Nice. Okay.
And we went to Texas for a couple days, and then up to Milwaukee and Chicago, and then the vacation comes later. I'm gonna go to London for like 2 weeks in October.
Okay. Nice. So you're storing them away, you're saying?
I'm storing them away. Right now, I'm focused on football.
I like that from you, Spence. You've started the new season well.
Look out.
Oh, watch out here. Gavi, wide.
All right, here's the space for Adeyemi.
Bit of moment for him now. Karim Adeyemi! In towards the back post.
Yeah.
Do you like that? Yeah, okay.
That's what we're talking about. You were saying you want to get him in that space. There he was. We got him with the ball. He puts the ball in a nearly perfect position. The only criticism you could have is that nobody was on the other end of it. That's well done.
Good again from Adeyemi. It really is. Burst down the left-hand side. I mean, we like that from him. He's been positive. We've got an interesting message in the chat from Willa Buffalo.
Wow.
I actually may not have anything for dinner. So I actually haven't had anything for dinner yet, by the way. So
I already ate.
Your wish has been granted.
Aye.
Pedri's warming up on your screens, as you can see there. There he is. The Barca number 8 with that new haircut, which is intriguing.
He looks so much younger. If that was even possible.
Yeah. The babyface assassin.
Between him and Gavi and Holland earlier today?
Could be. Yeah. I gave you a fright, no?
Holland looks like a pimple-faced 19-year-old.
Now wouldn't be a good time to concede for Barca, so they've shuffled that one out. Pedri on at half-time then, maybe, Coleres? What does that mean? What do you think about that one? What do you think about that, Spence?
If someone comes on at halftime for this game, which is very possible, you almost feel like Hansi's treating this game a bit as yet another preseason game.
Oh, no. Uh-oh. Well, that's why Pedri's warming up, Spence.
Gavi's not even going to be able to make it to halftime?
Really? I find that hard to believe, but no, what a shame. Let's hope that's nothing serious, Coolheads, because Pedri has been sent to the bench, and he is going to be coming on any minute now. So a change before half-time, and Gavi, who you just said it's a big year for him. I mean, we don't know how serious the injury is. But it is going to be
interesting exchange too just now. Rafinha and Gavi. Gavi's feeling something in his knees, pointing to.
Yeah, so Gavi is going to be taken off here. That's not the sight we wanted to see, is it, Spence? Not at this stage of the game, but Pedri is on. I mean, you couldn't really get a better replacement than that. Chance here. Flicked on, cleared. And cleared to the back post too. There's the header down. How much time is added on there? We're going to find out in a few moments' time. For now, here come Elche. Crosses the back post. Juan needs to get it, doesn't get it. Eddie Garcia does clear it. Barca just surviving for now then.
There's
and a chance if we hurry. Lamine didn't find Fermin. 4 minutes added on.
I mean, that's a tough pass to make even for Lamine.
No, it's not an easy one, to be fair.
Cobra, I don't know who he or she is talking about. Looks much younger, mate. He's 23. I don't know if he's talking about Pedri or Holland, but
okay, yeah.
I think probably Pedri. But
Pedri.
He still looks younger. He looks like he's 16 now.
And Pedri's come on here and spread one of those passes wide here to Eddie Garcia, who has just about kept that in play. Now Gerard Martin. 4 minutes added on then, by the way, at the end of this first half. Switch from Bernal is good. Now, Lamine Yamal. Lamine down the line. Eddie Garcia across. And in the end, cleared away. Christensen tries to get in there. Gavi will get in there. Oh, Pedri, I should say, is on. Free kick Elche, though.
Yeah, that's unfortunate because I feel like there was a coming together that looked pretty 50-50. Maybe on the second shoulder blood see. That's fine. All right, I guess.
What are we thinking here, Spence, for this first half? 2 minutes to go. Satisfactory so far for Barca, I suppose. Job being done for now.
Yeah, you'd take 1-0, right?
Yeah.
At halftime, knowing that there's another 45 to come, knowing that Pedri's going to be in the heart of the midfield for the rest of this game.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad player to bring on if you do want to instill a bit of control and things. Up long it goes. Gerard Martin clear.
I mean, this was a game tailor-made for Gavi because control between these two teams is really nothing that either of the teams want when the game starts. So that's why you went with Gavi to start. I do feel for him.
Watch out here. Could be a breakaway. Could be two. Rafinha. Chance.
Adeyemi's
in. Adeyemi, it's your moment. Adeyemi! Barça lead by 2-0. Karim Adeyemi has his first Barça goal. Rafinha sets him up. We lead by 2-0. Perfect timing. Karim Adeyemi has arrived.
What a silky bit of control from Adeyemi once he received the pass from Rafinha. I do just want to confirm that everybody's in an onside position for these passes because I am a man who likes to dot his I's and cross his T's.
Nice there.
No problem. It would appear on that first one.
This is the one though, Spence.
And no problems. We're good. Adeyemi, the control that he takes to get that ball onto the inside of his right foot, it was crossing over to his left, which would have made it a lot more difficult, but he takes it away from the defender, and then he curls it right past the keeper. I mean,
wow.
A debut goal is a debut goal, and Karim Adeyemi is on the board.
He's looking like a good signing, you know, Spence, and for Barça, it is the perfect first half in the season. It really is. Karim Adeyemi, welcome to the club. And he's looking like a really good signing, you know. I would say that much. He took that ever so well. And he's been very bright in this opening 45 minutes. No foul there. And Barça again looked to break away with Pedri. Couldn't get out of his feet.
Now you're feeling good about the first half, right, Pablito?
Well, yeah, very, very good indeed. I'll tell you what, whoever said it was going to be 2-0 at half-time, we see you. Well done.
Did someone say it?
Lots of people said, yeah. We said, what's the score going to be at half-time? And loads of you said it was going to be 2.
And maybe Alia said it.
Fermin fighting back there. Fighting back ever so well, by the way. Still, Shorty was fouled. Still, Fermin. He was fouled. The Barça are really enjoying themselves now.
All right, you can blow the halftime whistle now.
Yeah, we're okay now, no?
Nothing more necessary at this point.
Yeah, Fermin a bit upset. New number 7 for Fermin, by the way. What do you make of that? Nice, no?
Anytime a player goes into the single digits, it's with, especially at Barça, especially at this club, it's with a purpose. You know?
Well, we've played up.
Or the number 10.
Yeah. We've played into minute 50 here, people. Could Barça add a third?
No way.
Rafinha's delivery. It's a good one! Oh, it's not far away, you know. Who was that? Bernal.
Wow.
Sliding in. Can you imagine if Barça got 3 there? I mean, Hansi Flick would have been in dreamland. There it is, half-time.
Wow.
2-0 Barça.
I feel like he was blind to this. I mean, that's a pretty decent chance. That's half decent to make it 3-0.
And he has been close to getting on the end of that there, Bernal. Half-time then, people, is indeed Barca 2, Elche 0, which is very interesting. And a very good first half indeed for Hansi Flick, isn't it? And for Barça.
I mean, what more do you want, man? Like, if you're asking for more out of this first half from Barca, then you're just greedy. They got 2 goals. We would have been content at this point in the game with 1. The second goal was a gift, and they generated more than 2 chances in the end anyway. They had a few others where you thought they were probably going to get in behind and test Elche's back line again. And the other thing is that Joan Garcia hasn't been tested yet. So while other teams struggle when they start the season because the tactics aren't there, they're not up to speed, the energy level, whatever the reason, it's just not that way for Barca. They always start this way. They start strong.
Well, Elche feel a bit hard done by, or as if it's almost come out of nothing for them. It doesn't feel like we've been dominating the game. I mean, look at the stats, Spence. The stats say the story. They really do. It's not been a first half of huge dominance. So not possession-wise, but but we have been quite ruthless. 2 shots on target, 2 goals. I mean, that's what you want at the start of the season. So often we say, growing pains, slowly but surely. Hey, wait for the shooting weeks to come. They've been on from minute 1.
No, and you know, the left side of these stats where Elche are with the total passes and the successful passes having actually surpassed Barça, which is something that we never see. That tells you what Elche want to do when they play, and it really shouldn't deter them from playing that way in the second half. They don't have a lot to lose at this point. They're already behind by multiple goals in this game, and they need to stick to their own style of football so that they can go play another 36 games that way in La Liga the rest of the season. So they're not going to change much outside of maybe a couple of players, but for Barça, this is also a good sign, knowing that they can go up against a team like Elche who want to try and match them and go toe-to-toe with them and just overpower them and say, no, we've got the quality.
Yeah, 100%. Look at the passes, by the way. I mean, Elche have made plenty more.
Right.
But it's been Barça who have had the chances, really. I mean, we're getting a replay of some of those shots on our screen. Now, Rafinha was the one who won the penalty, took it, scored it himself. Elche were furious. But he took his penalty really well. Adeyemi's also been good, who got the second goal, though, hasn't he, Spence? And looking very comfortable in a Barça shirt. He obviously had all pre-season to bed himself in, but not necessarily playing with these players who he's playing with today. And he looks like an exciting player for these Barça fans to get behind, doesn't he?
Yeah, the fact that Rafinha won that penalty was the only thing that stopped Lamine from scoring the first goal of the season, because if not, Rafinha would have laid it off, and that would have been that. The one chance that we're seeing on our screens now here with the highlights that Elche had from a corner that was a bouncing header, it's just defensively, Barça were so compact that even in the moments when Elche were trying to get in behind, there was nothing there for them. I mean, this was from one end of the pitch to the other, a 45 minutes that I'm wondering what Hansi's going to say in the locker room to just like motivate them to say, hey, we need to improve X, Y, and Z. Because I'm sure, knowing Hansi, I'm sure he'll find something, but there's very little from that first half outside of maybe a couple of half poor clearances. They did everything right. Yeah.
What you would say is that he will have to be careful, though, won't he, Hansi Flick? And we know what he's like. He's very meticulous, and he will get onto the back of the players and say, hey, you got to keep the level. At 2-0, though, it's dangerous, isn't it? It can be a risky scoreline. I think, especially in a game like this, where it almost feels too calm. It feels like we're just sort of cruising along through Matchday 1 here, and it's all okay. But Elche are a team who have seen it in the first half. They're going to keep attacking. They're going to keep creating chances. If they get one, this changes. So Flick will try and make sure that we don't switch off, despite being in a somewhat seemingly comfortable position now.
Yeah, I'm gonna call your bluff on that. I don't think anything is too calm here. I think the only thing that you're feeling is that you're not there right now, so you're feeling calmer than they are. They are locked in. They are ready to go, and they're professionals. And the only question that I have right now is you have 4 remaining substitutions and 2 remaining windows plus the halftime windows. So does Hansi make any changes at halftime? I'm guessing probably not.
Yep.
And then that means that 15, 20 minutes into the second half, you're probably making a double or even triple change. And then towards the end of the game, depending on where you're at, if it is 4-0, then you can give Jordi Pesquer his debut or Hamza his debut.
Claudia says, hi, Spencer Pablo, 45 minutes late. Spence, I'm going to nip out for a few minutes. I'll leave you reading over the chat. You can go over anything you like in the first half with the call letters here. When I come back, we'll do a little bit of a quiz coming up too. So don't go anywhere, people. Spence, feel free to take on the reins. I'm seeing here that a few people are saying, Matt Clumber's saying, yeah, we're like the opposite of Santa Claus. We ain't giving them nothing. Mic drop.
Mic drop, and he's out, and he's leaving. All right, well, if I'm going to interact with the chat, I'm going to ask the chat some questions, because that's how we do this here. If you want to chat with us, feel free. If you got a question that you want to ask us, or you got a question for the chat, ask it, and I will read it out. My first question, though, for the chat is in La Liga, or in Europe, you could say in Europe too, If you were to come here, what stadium would you want to visit? And obviously the Camp Nou is the first on your list. We know that. But outside of that, what other teams do you want to go see? Tell me. I will continue to read through the chat here and see what you guys are doing. Again, come to Spain, come to Barcelona, come to Catalonia, and come enjoy yourself because there's plenty of room for you guys to come and take in some football. So this setup that we have here, very nicely designed for everyone to interact. So you can also obviously become a premium member, and that allows you access into the chat. It's got tons of other features available to you throughout the rest of the year, including exclusive content available on multiple platforms. Let's see what our people say. And also, obviously, if you have any notes about this game itself, or you want to see someone in the second half, like I've already seen Bard say we want Gordon. I agree. I'd like to see Anthony Gordon in the second half. I could not agree more. Alia obviously says Camp Nou, but Alia, I said you can't say Camp Nou. Let's continue moving along down the list. Joan Cars. Joan, it's Català. He says Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich. That would be a good one. Although, I have to say I'm no Cyber Typer, no other teams, only Barça. But you got to see the other teams. Even if you come to Barcelona, honestly, and this is a Barça live broadcast, but check out other local football, not just Barça. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, you come to the Camp Nou, there's right now 60,000 people, later 100,000 people. It's awesome. But I can personally vouch for some of the teams in the lower tier, just in Barcelona as well. I'm not even talking about Espanyol. You don't need to go there. Don't worry about them. But Europa, San Andreu, these are great places to take in true local football culture that doesn't just feel like tourism culture as well. Trust me, you're going to love it. You come here, and then you can also get other non-football culture as well. Alias says, come to Slovenia. I would like to see a football game in Slovenia. That's true. What else do we have here? Do you think Rafinha would be better at center attacking, mid, or striker? I don't know. He's looking pretty good right now on the left wing, I have to say. There's very few notes on Rafinha as well, but we've also seen Hansi Flick, who's been able to use Rafinha in different spots. He's not a striker. I think he's too valuable to put him in that position, and we have other players that can fill that role. But he's played both left wing and attacking midfielder today in that position, because when he's defending, he's kind of more centralized, and then he gets the ball, and Barca go on the counter-attack, and he delivered that assist to Adeyemi just now from that number 10 position. So he can certainly play both. Been to the Camp Nou and the Bernabeu, says Gloria. I want to visit Anfield and Allianz. Anfield. That's a cool ground. Really nice. Cyber Typer, no. Yeah, Alia, come to Barcelona. We welcome you. And I assume 6-7 Stage A says, give me Cat. Cat is always at the Camp Nou. That's for sure. Are you back?
I'm back.
He's back, baby.
How are we?
We were just talking about different grounds that we wanted to visit.
Okay, and what's on the list?
We got a couple of people want to see Bayern at Allianz. Some people want to see Anfield. Ooh. I said besides the Camp Nou, because the Camp Nou is Camp Nou is obvious. But yeah, those are the ones as of right now.
Which will be out on Thursday, by the way, Spence.
Where?
At the Camp Nou.
True.
Spotify
yeah, of course.
That's going to be great, yeah. Spencer, you feel free to nip
out,
by the way.
My turn to leave you.
Yeah, if you want. And guys, with a few minutes to go until half-time, I have a quiz for you. So it's time for quiz. It's time for you to get yourself seated, get yourselves geared up. Here we go. Questions are coming in the chat right now. I've got the quiz coming up. I can find it here. That was the half-time quiz. I've already done a few of those with you guys. Let's do it. Okay, here we go. Question 1 is in the chat. If we can get the questions on the screen now, that'll be great. Thank you very much, people. Question 1 is on your screens any minute now. Alia says, hey, Pablo. How are you doing, Alia? Good to see you. There they go. out of the 7 games against this is a I should do a disclaimer. This is a Spence question. This is a Spence question. It's good fun though. Out of our 7 games against teams with green in their badge last season, don't ask how he come up with it. That's Spence. He's a genius at these things. Who knows? How many of those games did Barça win? Was it all 7 of them? Was it none of them? Or was it 4 of them? Let us know in the chat, guys. It's not an easy one. Cyber, you guys are doing an excellent job. Thank you very much. Thank you for the support. We really appreciate it. Ilhelia says the best club. Goran, straight in there, all 7. And I'm going to reward you for going straight in there with a correct answer. Well done, my friend. You got it right. All 7 is the correct answer. Question number 2, coming right up at halftime. This is an interesting one. In the pre-game, we asked you, when was the last time that Barça lost their opening game of the season? I'm now going to ask you, when was the last time that Barça didn't win their opening game of the season? 22-23, 24-20, 23-24, or 2020-21? That's the question I want to ask you guys here. That's question number 2. Who got question number 1 right, by the way? Alia said all 7. Andrew said answer is 4. Well, according to Spence, the answer number 1, people. So you can argue with him if you got that one wrong. So enjoy. Question number 2, though. When was the last time we didn't win our opening game of the season? I can see the players are in the tunnel, by the way, so we'll speed through this final section. Answers coming up in 3, 2, 1. 2022. Oh, I actually put it in wrong. It's if you said 2, you're right. So ignore the green. It was 23-24 when we drew to the Getafe. Apologies. Number 2 was right. Final one. How many Barça players scored in pre-season? We played Birmingham. We played Nottingham Forest. We played Udinese. And we played Basel. And we played Al Ahly. How many Barça players scored across those games? Individual players. Spence. 3, 5, or 7. We did the maths before this one, I think, didn't we? List them off for me.
Hamza.
Yep.
Rafinha. Adeyemi.
Yep.
Lamine Yamal.
Yep. It's 4.
Fermin?
Fermin didn't score in pre-season.
The answer's 5.
You're missing 1.
In the Basel game. Bisiwu.
5, bang. Spence on the money again. 5 players scored for Barça in pre-season.
By the way, the
badge.
the 7 games. 2 against Betis.
Okay.
2 against Elche. 2 against Getafe. Look up their crest.
Okay.
And 1 in the Copa against Racing Santander. Amazing that they only played 4 teams all year with green in their crest.
Yeah. No one in Champions League?
I don't think so.
Okay. No.
I mean, listen,
I'm backing you to the cows go on.
If we look at Getafe's crest, you can see it's not a lot of green, but there's some green.
Oh no, that's green. That's green. Yeah.
But in the Champions League, I have to say, I was kind of winging it. So maybe there was like a sliver of green somewhere in there, but I don't think so. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna now. You got me thinking. Atletico de Madrid, no. Ooh, wait a minute. Is that tree in there? I might have given you a false question. Whoa! If you count the tree in Atleti's crest, I'm not counting it. Doesn't count.
No.
Doesn't count.
Credit anyone who would have had time to go and
Newcastle. I don't know. I came up with the question on the spot. I have to be honest. No, there's no green. I was okay with that. Newcastle, no. Copenhagen, no. Slavia Prague, no. Frankfurt, no. Chelsea, got any green in there?
No.
Okay. Club Brugge, no. Olympiacos, no. PSG, no. Ya está.
Okay, Spence, I like it from you. I like it indeed.
I'm not counting Atleti's tree. Sorry.
Right, moments away from kickoff here for the second half then, people. Seat yourselves down, get yourselves involved. It's nearly time to go again.
Play more football.
Here we go then, people. Back underway for the second 45 minutes here. Elche 0, Barça 2. Very good first half for Barça, who immediately are back out there and looking to get us started again here ahead of the second half. Let's see if we can produce a bit more. Nice from Christensen. Good from him.
So, no changes out of halftime, of course.
No, none for Barça. Of course, we had the Pedri one, didn't we, right before halftime.
Right.
It almost feels like a halftime change. And you made the point, Spence, that he now has to be a bit careful, doesn't he, in terms of the way he plays this.
Well, there was a moment, and I'm sure, because social media is such a kind place, I'm sure that there are going to be people making 3-second clips of what we saw when Gavi was coming off the pitch.
Yeah.
Which was I wouldn't even call it an argument. It was just a loud conversation between him and Rafinha. Rafinha was trying to get Gavi for a moment to stay on the pitch so that I assume the substitution could be made at halftime, although there were still about 5 minutes left in the half at that point because we had 4 added minutes. Gavi didn't really give that much of a thought.
Oh, watch out here! And Juan Garcia plucks it out. Spence.
And he said, no, I know my body. I can't. And that's fine. That happens between teammates all the time, so I wouldn't make too much of that. Look out. Oh, what a pass from Lamine.
Oh,
what a
big
pass
chance.
from Lamine.
Rafinha.
What a pass.
It's
Finish
history.
it. Finish
Rafinha!
it.
No! Oh.
It was one of the classics. It was the outside of the boot. You were looking
my God,
down.
I was trying to solve something.
Do you remember Villarreal?
Yes,
It was
I
that.
remember it all.
It was
I
that
remember
pass.
it
Oh,
all.
that would have been like one of the assists of the season already on Matchday 1.
You know what it is, yeah, Spence? He has such good numbers, Lamine, and then you think of what he could get as well. Passes like that will just be gone with the wind. That won't be remembered, really. You know, it's done.
What a pass. The Opta tracker
Yeah, couldn't deal
does
with it.
not do justice
No,
to the pass.
I need to see the replay again, eh?
Oh, you will. Once we stop play, you'll see a slow motion close-up of Lamine with the outside of his boot.
Right, here comes Marc Bernal. Back to Andreas Christensen. 3 minutes into the second half. We're 1 minute behind, by the way, on our ticker there for the second half. Juan Garcia. Now, Gerard Martin. Ah, nice from Pedri. I mean, Barça are nicely in control, aren't they, Spence? You would say that much.
Yeah, and now that Pedri's the engine here, it does feel more structured.
There he goes. I mean, it's when I'm looking, you see. It's like Santa. He's not want to come if you don't. If you stay up all night.
We already got one Santa shout out on this chat today.
We did, yeah. Spence, I'm thinking about the players Barça have got on the bench here. I'll put the substitutes on because I've got a question coming your way. And I've got a question also for the... I can't get them up here. I've got a question also for the fans in a moment. Watch out. Eric, ball in behind. Rafinha's going to get there, but no, couldn't quite get under control. And Elche managed to scramble clear.
Yeah, you know, we've been asking a lot of questions. That's a good pass.
Oh, a ball behind you. Martin with some good defending.
We've been asking a lot of questions about, who's going to be Barca's striker? Who's going to play, the number 9 position, especially like Hamza isn't starting, so there's no real number 9. It's true, there's no 9 out there. It's Lamine, Rafinha, and Adeyemi, and all of them are more traditional wingers or different types of attacking options. But guess what? A lot of these balls in behind, it's just as they fluctuate and rotate within that front three, Lamine is just feeding passes into the space and then both Adeyemi and Rafinha are making the runs. Because Rafinha has made 2 runs now in behind where he was almost ready to score Barca's third.
Yeah, it's been very exciting. I'll tell you what, the Rafinha number 9 experiment, not bad, Spence, would you say, so far? That's nice. Here come Elche themselves. Bit of defending to do here for Barça, who must be careful.
Actually, someone asked the question in the chat while you were gone at halftime, which is can Rafinha play as a striker or an attacking midfielder? The answer is yes, but my preference would be no.
Yeah,
I don't. Oof, that's a nice
great ball, big chance. Oh, good defending. Gerard Martin read it all the way. I think Fernandinho didn't know what was behind him, if I'm being honest with you, and he ought to have done, because that was a decent chance for Elche. That should have taken it in his left foot, probably.
It's criminal that we've gone several minutes now since Lamin's pass, and we haven't.
Yeah, I was going to say,
no, but we haven't had a stoppage in play, like a true stoppage.
Right. Pedri. Oh.
That's kind of the problem when you're a producer for a Barca game. They just the ball just stays in play often.
So ready goes out. Yeah, they're getting no chances to do it. We're still waiting for it.
You get no chances for replays. If you're producing a Getafe game, you got all day.
There are the Barca players who are warming up. Spence, help me out. Who we got there? Cancelo, I'm seeing. Gordon, Koundé.
Oh, I thought I was reading the question. Sorry.
Dani Olmo's one of them.
Cancelo, Dani Olmo,
And
Koundé,
Hamza, no?
Anthony Gordon.
So my question is, who would you like to see in the second half? Foul, surely a foul. Off the post. Goal kick. No, free kick he was given yet. Who would you like to see in the second half, callers? Let us know in the members live chat. Olmo, Gordon, or Abdel Karim. 3 options for you. 1, 2, or 3. All 3 of them are warming up. There is the Egyptian striker on your screens, lurking and waiting for action. As Rafinha tries to get him behind again. I'll tell you what, that clearance nearly found its way through to Lamin. Over 30,000 inside the Martinez Valero this evening. Good turnout for day 1 for Elche. Day 2 for them, really. Day 1 at home. Save myself. Go on.
Well, let's do this first.
Adeyemi in behind. Big chance this. Didn't get his pass 2 right, but Rafinha's going to get it. This is Karim. Adeyemi. Lamine Yamal. And he blazes it over. Likes it from that range usually, but wasn't to be this time.
If it's September, that shot's on target. But it's August.
It ain't September yet.
Just telling you.
Shame.
Saw
Go on.
a comment in here that I wanted to read out. Cyber Typer. Rafa has experience all over the attacking positions. He'd be great at the 9, just not natural.
Well,
Yeah.
he's done it quite well today. Here he is in behind again.
Yeah.
Oh, Rafinha.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's making the runs that a number 9 would make.
He really is, and doing them quite well. I'll tell you what. I mean, it must be a nightmare for centre-backs because he's got the pace as well to get him behind. He's really causing problems, is Rafinha.
So, who do you want to see in the second half? Because my answer is Gordon.
Yeah, my answer's Gordon too.
I like Hamza, and I hope he gets in the game, but this is all of the runs that Rafinha are making. I want to see Anthony Gordon make.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, if he comes on in this game, Spence, it's a perfect game for Gordon. If it stays 2-0 and we get to minute 65, for example.
He could score. I could see a second debut goal tonight.
A Gordon goal?
If we get a second debut goal, I'll shave my head. I will. I'll do it.
I'm getting out of hand now, Spence. Lamine. Oh, nearly.
Elche are trying to break away. They're trying to do something, but they just don't have it.
Yeah, they're furious because it's been pulled back too for a Barça free kick here. Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's not been the best 10 minutes in the second half for Elche either. You know, they haven't really got going here. And Barça got the game where they want it for now, which is positive. This has been given, I think, a free kick for Barça for that on Adeyemi.
There's Hamza. We got Olmo, Koundé, Cancelo. The Met says Lamin's body language is frustrated. I don't read that, do you?
I wouldn't say it's frustrated. I think he had that chance, didn't he, a few moments ago to whip it in. Of course, he wouldn't have been too pleased with this finish, but I think it's understandable, you know.
Speaking of Lamine.
Here he comes, Lamine Yamal for Barça. Still Lamine. Now Pedri. Eric. This is Pedri once more. Bernal.
Marc Bernal has also been just under the radar good tonight.
Yeah, slowly ticking along with his work, isn't he, Spence?
Well, and what's funny is that pretty soon he's going to be displaced by a player 10 years older than him or more.
Yeah.
10, 11 years older than him. But what he's going to learn in training and sitting on the bench from watching Rodri is invaluable experience. Invaluable.
It is, isn't it? I mean, it's a frightening prospect what Barça have got in midfield. Watch out here. Here comes Xavi Espart. Oh, he tried to feed it through. Sid Espart. Can he get it through to Lamine? No.
I thought he maybe got fouled.
Okay. And Elche come away themselves. That should be Joan Garcia's good body clearance. Offside anyway. Again, the Barça line. Spence, it's your time. It is
time to
your
shine,
time.
baby.
There you go, yeah. What you would say is, I've noticed a few occasions, Spence, where, and it's not fault of whoever's been on the ball. It feels like Lamine has been just waiting free on the right, and for whatever reason, we haven't quite been able to get out of our feet and get it to him, and he's been agonisingly there. Maybe that's where the comment was coming from the member.
Yeah, potentially. I mean, I'd like to see exactly what the distribution is of Barca's attack, because it feels really balanced tonight. It feels like they're going through the middle a lot more than usual. They're using both Adeyemi and Lamine on the wings equally. But first 15 minutes of the second half, Pablo, we're very, very balanced right now. That's okay.
We are very balanced and very nicely comfortable. It's been a very professional first game, hasn't it, for Hansi Flick's Barça. Really good stuff so far. Culers, let us know how happy you are with the team's performance by, I don't know, give us some of your emojis. You know what we do have, Spence? This season we've got the new faces of the players in their new kit. So use your emojis, guys, that you've got. You've got new emojis.
Face emojis?
They're like, I described it terribly. Those, basically, what you're seeing about the Emmy. You've got the face of the players.
Okay.
Here comes Fermin.
I got you.
So, I don't know, maybe put in the player you've been most impressed with in the members live chat. We'll see who you think. Could be this boy, Rafinha, the captain. Lamine was just offside there. Yeah, I think he was calling, just slow down a bit, but it got to him eventually.
I got 3 comments from Spain 2026.
Hit me.
I'm that dedicated to this team that I'm up watching whilst on holiday. So whilst tells me that he might be British of some kind.
Yes.
Wow. Where are you from?
Would you not say that now?
I would say while on
really?
holiday.
Yeah.
I'm not say whilst, but you do you. Spain 2026. Where are you? Are you in Spain on holiday or what? And then comment number 2, and I love this team with all my heart, and I have now got into a local team, Is that local team Barça, or is that a local team Kidderminster Harriers, or what are we talking about here?
Yeah, there's so many questions.
And then, and I bragged to my mom for months saying, Mom, let me become a Barça Live member. Welcome.
Hey!
Welcome.
Thank you, Mom.
Thanks, Mom. Moms are the best.
Well. Lamine thought he was fouled there, by the way. Nothing. That's nice, isn't it, Spencer? People are waiting for their chance to become members here and become part of the family.
And here we are on match day 1, finally with some football.
I know.
We need to give the people what they want, which is more goals.
Yeah.
Not those goals.
Don't.
Not those goals. Not those goals.
Don't be getting any ideas, Elche. Don't be getting any ideas. Careful.
Alexi says our pressing structure has been on point. Our attacking intent has been even more impressive. We seem really fluid. I agree.
Yeah, been really good so far, honestly.
Defensively, super set.
Do it. I just like playing against the high line. Elche are there, and there are chances to get in behind them. Oh, again, Rafinha lurking.
It's time for Anthony Gordon pretty soon, isn't it?
I think so. 5 minutes, no Spence, and you have him. Bernal, nice run from him. Look at the pace of Adeyemi if he finds him. It's forced wide.
Nice. Leave it.
Oh,
yep,
glorious.
yep.
Bernal, Fermin. Oh, and this time they did try and find Lamine, who still can't be found. Wide right. Lovely football again there from Barça, wasn't it?
And for whoever said Lamine's body language is frustrated, you're allowed to say it after that movement because he was ready to receive the ball. He was so ready because he was on it.
Here is Lamine Yamal. What have you got for us? Back here to Fermin. Now Pedri. Well, look at that, Spence. That gives us an indication of something going on the Barça bench. Culers, fill the chat with your Anthony Gordon emojis because it's Anthony Gordon time.
I'm pointing at AG.
Okay.
It's over there.
Oh, look at this from Adeyemi. Glorious Adeyemi. Oh, nearly Rafinha. He's been brilliant, Adeyemi, by the way. Very impressed. Very impressed indeed. I'm a fan.
Spain 2026 got to watch the Barca preseason match against Birmingham.
Oh.
Ah, so you were there.
Yeah,
Nice
one.
Nice one.
Double change, by the way, Spence. 2 of the 3 we put forward, Olmo and Gordon, are coming right up for Barça, as you can see on your screens over there. They're coming up, they're coming on, which in theory is big trouble for Elche here.
So Olmo for Fermin?
I think so.
And Gordon, take your pick, honestly.
Oh, brilliant, Rafinha. Laid off now. Lamine
Yep.
is in.
Ah.
I tell you what, there's been so many nearly moments in this game.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
Lamine fouls him. Where I felt like we're that close to getting the third.
This
Subs.
will be either Rafinha or Adeyemi, but I'm not sure who.
I think Elche changes coming up first. Yeah, they are.
Yep.
12 of those now. Buonanotte is one of those coming on. As is Cepeda, who we were expecting big things from this season. Neto, and I'll tell you what, a few players there who we maybe expected to start the game, you know. Moment of truth then, Spence. Who do Olmo and Gordon come on for?
I don't really care. I'm just excited
Okay.
that Gordon's into the game.
Adeyemi is off. That's one we know for sure. Come on, show us some more. We don't know the other, do we?
Wait, what happened? Ah, there we go. Okay.
So Adeyemi we know is off for Olmo. I'm intrigued about who the other one is. You'd imagine Fermin, surely, no? Like for like, I suppose, then, no?
No.
Lamine.
Lamine Yamal, off the pitch.
So Lamine's night is done.
He is frustrated. I mean,
Yeah.
he's not, like, I don't think he's in a bad mood or angry or anything like that, but I just think he's frustrated because he probably felt like he could have gotten more out of this game.
Chance for Elche. good defending again. Eddie Garcia, so good, so diligent back there once more. Now, I'm just redoing the lineup here, Spencer. I think we've had a bit of a rejig with those changes. I get the feeling that...
What are you thinking?
I think that Olmo might be false 9 here, you know. I'll need it confirmed to me, though. Here is Dani Olmo. Goodness me, bad first touch for him on the pitch. Welcome to the Martinez Valero. Blasted over.
In the ongoing story of Spain 2026,
Yeah, hit me.
who says, trying to sort out my passport to come to Barcelona. We welcome you. You should come to the Camp Nou. It's a lot of fun. That will always be my first ever Barça match in person. My favorite part was getting a photo with Kat.
Hey. By the way, Spence, you would have loved this. Kat came to see us at the Spotify Camp Nou the other day at the pitch view.
Yeah.
And came and was right here with me and Irati.
And what did you say to Kat?
Kat gave us a few dances. Kat showed us their new outfit. And Kat was very happy with the signing of it already.
Kat's a mascot of few words.
Correct.
Basically. All right, let's see what this Mr. Gordon can do.
Nice from Olmo. Here
he
is
goes.
Gordon.
Go,
And he's got loads
go.
of room, you know. Anthony Gordon, glorious. Rafinha!
Oh! Right there! Is that his first touch? Oh!
Brilliant from Anthony Gordon. Another one. Welcome to FC Barcelona. Rafinha's got another 2 goals and 1 assist for him today. This is dreamland, isn't it, Spence, for match day 1?
I'm sorry. Anthony Gordon comes on the pitch. People are doubting him. So many people were like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah.
That's what you're doing. The way that he took this ball, the way that it was glued to his feet because it was behind him. Watch when we're going to see it. You're not, but you have to trust me on this. When Anthony Gordon receives the ball, it is behind him. He's got to pick it up with him, take it on, and then he's really got the world of options to choose from in terms of who he passes to. He bypasses Fermin. He chooses Rafinha, who can't miss from there. That's 3-0. And Anthony Gordon's got an assist on his debut. Adeyemi has a goal on his debut. Rafinha's got a brace in the first game of the season. Life is good. Visca Barça.
Get your Gordon and Rafinha emojis in the chat, people. It's all chaos
the
here.
green one.
Sorry, I just wanted more
Green.
chaos.
Green for happy.
I just wanted more
This
chaos.
is very structured, okay?
Sorry.
This year, this is going to be right here. You have
This is a traffic light system.
This is a system of there's going to be questions that you have to answer at times based on your stress levels. Okay? We do a 1 to 10 scale, but right now I can tell you, like on a scale of red to green, how are you feeling right now? Attaboy. Attaboy.
That's my man.
Come on.
Pontes coming on here for Fernino. Not the start to the home season that Elche would have wanted, but Barça have been so professional. So impressive in everything they've done, I will say. What a good first display this has been for Hansi Flick's team. And the subs made instant impact. Olmo drifted, found Gordon. Gordon found Rafinha, back of the net. Here they come, Elche, by the way, down the other end off the post. Well, that's just that things could have changed.
That's why you go get that third, because the 2-goal lead we were talking about, it's a nice lead, it's hefty, but it doesn't feel as secure as a 3-goal lead.
No,
three goals. If you give up a cheapie, you can still reset yourself and say, all right,
yeah,
we good. And this is not, by the way, what I'm about to say next. I promise you, this is not like an I told you so moment. This is just me enjoying exactly what I was hoping I was going to get to enjoy. Earlier today when we were talking about Gordon playing for England and being like, if he makes that pass and Rafinha's on the end of it, it's going to be a goal.
Ta-da!
That's the one!
Well, here come Elche. This probably should be 3-1. It's not, because Super Juan Garcia is in the way. Juan Garcia emojis in the chat, people. Please, because he has just popped up with a huge, huge save to keep the clean sheet. And what a switch by Pedri. This game is picking up the pace. It's getting relentless. Here comes Rafinha. Can he get a hat-trick? He leaves it for Dani Olmo. Oh, he's just missed it. Zlatomir says, I'm wearing a Rafinha jersey right now, and I'm feeling great.
He does it better, but you did good. You did good.
I tried.
You did good.
10 out of 10 for effort.
He was doing the Spidey today.
Christensen now for Barça. Eddie Garcia. Gerard Martin. Olays from the Barca supporters with 20 minutes to play here. And understandably so, because it's been brilliant.
Oh, he's
Gordon's
onside.
in.
He's onside.
This is a chance. This could be four Spence. Surely it's Gordon. Fermin.
Oh, so unselfish.
Oh.
So unselfish.
Anthony Gordon, take a bow. I thought he was going to get his first Barca goal. You know who does get his first goal after injury? Ferminator. Fermin Lopez on the score sheet. Barca have 4. And Elche's highline is getting punished here by the substitutes. Gordon's been so good off the bench in 4 minutes.
Wow.
He's got 2 assists. We're loving life here, aren't we?
What a teammate, too. He made the entire run. We're going to see, in all likelihood, the pass that he receives, he's starting in his own half. He is.
Yeah.
He's no chance for him to be offside. And then how many touches? 1, 2, a third, and then a fourth to pass it off and lay it off to Fermin. And realistically, like, Gordon is one-on-one with the keeper. He has every right in the world in a 3-0 game to take that shot and score his debut goal for Barca. But the higher percentage play at that point with Fermin off to his right, the unselfish play is to give your teammate the goal and take the assist, and now he's got a brace of assists. What a debut in just 5 minutes for Anthony Gordon.
That's glorious, isn't it, from Gordon? He will be so chuffed with that. And you're right, Spence, he could have taken it on his own, but that's the right play. You got to play that square.
We're not like super XG heavy here on Barca Live, but sometimes
I entertain it.
But it's worth having certain discussions, and I don't know it well enough to be able to tell you what each one of these was, but if I had to guess, Gordon with the ball at his feet, 10 feet from the keeper, one-on-one, is probably a 0.6, so 60%,
Yep.
65%,
Yep.
and he lays it off to Fermin, and it becomes a 0.9. Like, and Fermin just has to tap it in. It's the right play.
Gordon cracks, so unselfish, say the chat, and yeah, that's rightfully so, because I mean, this is dreamland for Barca. It really is.
And this was his dream. He wanted to be here. He was learning Spanish long before he came here. Anthony Gordon is a baller. You guys get on board now.
Proper player already in a Barca shirt, showing what he's made of. I mean, it was one of those signings, Spence. We're talking like he's been here for ages, but you did look at it and think he's done a lot of good with Newcastle in the Premier League. That's one of those players. I actually think reminds me a little bit of when we signed Rafinha from Leeds. Shot comes away here. I'm talking about signings that you can see the player individually in the team maybe isn't getting as much fruit as they could. They're such a good player, but maybe the team isn't playing as attacking football, whatever the case is. Mm-hmm. If he comes to a Barca, he could just go up another level.
I think that's almost every player.
Now? Right.
And he's definitely one of them.
Feels like that's what Barca have spotted here, isn't it?
Newcastle also had a bad year last year.
They did.
And when a team is struggling as a whole, that means individuals are struggling. But I think... Is he going to get to this? No. I think part of the... I'm missing the word right now. I'll think about it and I'll get back to it.
We'll put it on pause. Still match day 1, people.
It's match day 1 for everyone.
Chance here. This is pop loose in midfield. Bernal does get a touch on it, although Elche are going to keep on coming forward. Espart again. We haven't said his name in a while, but he's been so solid again at left back.
Part of the criticism for the signing that some of the media wanted to deliver regarding Gordon for Barca was the price.
Right.
And I just...
Is that onside? I'll tell you what it might be. Rafinha's in. Is this 5?
He's the only one that can shoot this one.
Hat-trick. What a save by the keeper.
He's going to get saved by the flag.
Yeah.
It's going to come up.
Yeah, it is going to come up. Spence, you were saying?
That's all I was saying, was that you know, a lot of people judge signings. It happens all the time. They judge signings based on the price of the signing before the player even takes to the pitch. But in the end, you can't judge anything until long after you've seen the whole story, as we're getting a hydration break now.
Yep.
Which is brought to you by Barça Live. There's no way that you can say any player signed for almost any amount of money and say that it's a good or a bad signing before he even steps on the pitch for a minute with his new team.
But people do.
People do because they have nothing better to do, and that's their job. I mean, we're also journalists,
yes,
but we go about it a slightly different way.
We do.
Maybe that's why we're not, maybe that's why we're not the top in our business, because we don't just overly hype everything. We see it and call it and tell it like it is. Gordon's played 10 minutes, so now tell me, is that worth it? Because if you say yes, you're all. It's just there's no way to know.
There's the question which follows up a little bit of what we were discussing. Who's impressed you the most tonight? I'll tell you what, it's been fun to watch these three, all of them, I must say. Adeyemi, Rafinha or Gordon, and I am tied here. I'm more than tied. I'm tied 3 ways. I don't know which way I'm going to... I need help from the chat.
The only reason that right now that it can't be number 3 is because he hasn't been out there long enough. Give me the next 15 minutes of this game.
Still been good fun, hasn't he?
He's been great. All 3 of these players have been great. Adeyemi scored. Rafinha's got a brace. Start internalizing in your head for Barça Live Matchday 1, 2027-2028. Who scored the first goal of the season question that Pablo's going to put.
Start revising. Note it down.
It was Rafinha.
Yeah, it was.
And I, next year on Match Day 1, will say, "Guys, see, these are the kinds of things I don't remember," even though I predicted it to happen.
But nothing would have changed, people. Gloria says 3, Gordon. Demetzi says the captain. 3, Rafinha always impresses, but Gordon, okay. Please tell me Gordon, amazing. Is that recency bias there, Spence? People have been very excited by Gordon's little 10-minute flash here. Catch me if you can. Nice, Pedri.
You're doing well.
To be fair, since Pedri's come on, it's been so calm, hasn't it? So relaxed. And here comes Gordon again. Left for Espart. Oh, Pedri. I mean, Barça look like a team that have come off winning LaLiga. They look like a team who are very well gelled together with the coach who's been the coach for the last 2 years. And they look like a team who want to go and do it all over again this campaign.
The way they move the ball from one side to the other right now is...
so good to watch.
It's so buttery.
Brilliant. Fermin now. Lovely turn.
Yep,
That's
and
just
goal.
unbelievable. Fermin.
And goal.
Unreal.
Unreal. Unreal.
What
Unreal.
a goal. What a goal by Barça. Are you kidding me? That's just unbelievable. It really is. Round of applause, stuff. Almost on my feet here in the studio. The football Barça are playing is out of this world. Fermin's got another. Espart's got the assist. But I'm talking about the build-up there, Spence. Whoa.
The build-up to get it from one side of the pitch to the other. The directness for Fermin to go, you know what? I'm going to pop this ball in the air, spin cycle my defender, take another touch or 2, and then slot it past the keeper. This is unreal, man. Green all the way.
Fermin Lopez, 2 goals on his return to a professional game. Look at the turn that from Fermin. Lovely that Esparta gets an assist. The finish on his left as well.
It's poor defending. Take nothing away from Fermin's goal, but Redondo. Han hecho el redondo. Porque
the grimace on his face.
Lo han hecho muy mal, Elche. That's too easy.
It's just a case of the best attack in Spain going up against one of the most leaky defences in Spain, Spence. Feels like it, isn't it? Not a team who you look at and go, they're very solid defensively.
No, and that was always the danger of this particular matchup, which we actually saw when these two teams went off and went at it last time, and Barça did more or less the same thing last year. And this will work for Elche against other teams in LaLiga. They'll have games where they'll score 3 or 4 goals, but not tonight.
Yeah. More changes, by the way. Double change, in fact. Bernal and Rafinha are off, which does indeed mean that for Barça, Cancelo and Koundé are on. Cancelo's playing right wing, by the way, so he's gone right up the pitch.
So that's it for the substitutions, and that means we wait on a debut for a couple of players.
Yeah, we do. No Pesquera tonight, no Hamza, Abdelkarim either.
And the way that this team is operating right now, with another game on Thursday against Athletic Club, I would be very surprised if Hamza got into that game unless it was late and over. But I would have told you if this game was late and over, he would have gotten a chance.
Me too.
But Hansi obviously wanted to give Gordon a certain amount of time, and I would not be surprised if Anthony Gordon starts on Thursday based on having to rotate players.
I wouldn't be shocked at all, not with the way he's performed today.
I know it's weird. It's weird talking about... he doesn't have to rotate anybody because it's early, but talking about rotations on August 23rd is...
No, but I think you're right, Spence. I think I was reading the other day that this is going to be the first time, actually since the 2020-21 season, so we're talking season after COVID, you know, when it went really late, the Champions League into August.
Yeah.
And then restarted in September.
Yeah.
And we played 3 games in 8 days, same with what we've got here.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is the 4th time in history we're doing that or something. So it's not a regular occurrence. So, and after the World Cup as well, I think we're going to see quite a bit of mix and matching between the 3 match weeks. I really do.
But yeah, because you have to take everybody's legs into account, knowing that not everyone is super fresh because they're coming off of that World Cup, and that you're also trying to get back into game shape. Maybe he's, like maybe the plan all along was let's bring Gordon and Olmo off the bench today to give them 20 minutes so that they can be ready for 60 minutes on Thursday, and then we'll, now he might have to potentially operate without Gavi. We'll have to wait and see what the word is on that.
Yeah, we will have to wait and see. That'd be the only downside to tonight, wouldn't it?
We also have to wait and see on the status of Rodri.
Yes, of course, yeah. Yeah.
So, a lot of things still in play here, and a lot that can change.
Well, looking around here, I'm looking around some of the social channels, and I'll tell you what, there is so much positivity here for what Barça are doing. It has been a glorious, glorious opening day for Barça, and with just over 5 to go, if you take a look in the members live chat, people, you can see you have a question. Who is your MVP of the game? Not easy. Rafinha, Adeyemi, Firmino, Gordon. Good luck picking that today, no Spence. We'll have our thoughts in the post-gamer. Wow.
Pita Malaguitas is sin dudarlo.
Okay.
She got
Yeah.
Rafa. And I tend to agree.
He's been there from the start, hasn't he? He's been brilliant, Rafinha, yet again. But Coolers, let us know. Already 600 votes. Let's see if we can get up to 1,000 votes at least in there for that MVP. Oh, here comes Gordon again, Spence. I'll tell you what, this could be
Cancelo.
from bad to work. Gordon!
Yeah.
Oh, this time he does go on his own.
He's got to get one. Got to get one shot in there.
He's so unselfish, hasn't he? Elche again making a bit of a mess of things, but they do bring it clear this time. Christensen, we've not had to say his name very much. That's often good news for a centre-back. If your team's winning 5-0. Looks good as new, doesn't he? Straight in there, straight back in defence. And
boy, 5-0.
I wasn't expecting this for match day 1, you know. Like, Is that just the nature of the way Elche play, Spence, or is that
It was a
Barça?
little bit of a perfect storm.
Yeah.
Getting an opponent that wanted to try and match you on day one, and they probably going into this game felt like that was their best way to get a result. Especially, hold on, let's see if Barca can wrap up their defending
I'll tell you
here.
what, the back line, Andrán Garcia won't want to lose the clean sheet and they're going to for now.
Nada.
Easy stop. Aponte.
They probably also felt in their preparation for this game that having already played one game, they might have the slightest margin and edge on Barca in terms of readiness. So that, hey, we've already played once. We know what we want to do. We got a result in A Coruña. Let's go play our game and see what we can get out of it. And unfortunately, for Elche, it's just a bad matchup. For Barça, it's been a very good matchup now for the last several years. Like, we look forward to playing Elche. There are other teams in this league we do not look forward to playing.
11 straight wins. This is going to be 12 straight wins now for Barça against Elche in the Spanish top flight. It's a one-way story, really. And Pedri, and it was nearly a ridiculous pass to Gordon.
Yeah, so that we've seen Gordon on the passing end of saying, well, whoever gets on the end of Gordon's passes, and that was an example of, boy, Gordon makes some really nice runs. I saw him make some nice runs in the World Cup, and I was like, yeah, you got dudes like Pedri or Fermin or Lamine. Oh, that's Pedri again.
He's plucking them out, isn't he?
They're going to see you. And, you know, there's a lot of good players on Newcastle, respect to them, but I don't know that any of them have the same vision that Pedri does.
No. What a brilliant first day at the office. Someone was asking who's the captain now that Rafinha's off. It's Pedri who's taken the armband. Cancelo nearly gets in there. Spoke about him on his presentation day that he can play anywhere, and he's coming on playing right wing to start this one. João Cancelo. Another one of those signings of Barça, who, by the way, still today didn't even have to use Cubarsí. He's still in reserve to come back. Koundé back to Christensen, and it's all very comfortable on match day one for Barça, if we're being honest with ourselves. And all very impressive too. The perfect start for Hansi Flick's team, who have been quite wonderful, I must say. Cancelo.
This would be one of those games where if I'm the referee, when we get to the 90-minute mark, I just go beep, beep, beep.
We need you back refereeing then, Spence.
And then let's, you know, you just, out of respect for everybody, you just say, good game.
Let's call it a night now.
Good game.
It's very late here as well, by the way, in Spain. How about this for Spence?
They did start late.
Yeah. I mean, hey, the heat, but... Espat hasn't stopped running, by the way. He's been unbelievable.
Are those Elche fans giving the ways? They might as well have fun, right?
Or are those the Barca fans?
Oh, come on, man. Come on.
It's sounding very away end.
I got nothing.
Charm.
I got nothing against Elche.
No.
I actually like them. I've been at that stadium before. Football's like all they got down there, man. That's not a whole lot else going on in Elche.
Yeah, where I go in the summer with my family is quite near at Elche, actually. And you're right, there's not an awful lot going on down there now.
It's just football.
Yeah. 1 minute away here then, Spencer, and finding out what the referee is going to decide. That's going to go all the way through. Shouldn't be an issue for Espat. They just have a bit more defending to do. Barca won't want to give up their clean sheet, though. Christensen ensures they won't. Barca squad coming.
Are 25 seconds away from finding out what kind of referee this is.
Cruel or not. He'll lose.
I think
he'll
he's,
lose brownie points for you, Spencer.
No, I think he's probably got to put a minimum of like 3 minutes, but that's just so excessive for a game like this.
Yeah. Oh, but there's the board's out.
The board's out.
The board is out.
You got to get the. Hey, there it is.
Oh God, man. Brutal. A few whistles from the crowd. Brutal, eh?
What should we do during these 3 minutes?
You know what I was going to say though, Spence? It does feel as this ball comes to the back post. We'll watch this through because Elche have a chance here to put another one back. And good
no, they
defending
don't.
From Barça again. You look at the squad, and I think you look at the way we started today, the way we've played, the players come off the bench. I think the fact that this is year 3 now for Hansi Flick, it is a very scary prospect for other teams, I think, and an exciting one for us. I think when you look at the players who are still to come into this team, Barça hasn't played today, Rodri hasn't been in the squad. We still maybe have more to even come in. Sangaré bursting forward. The squad looks really nicely built is what I'm getting at here, Spence, in terms of you look at this team and go, hey, they could do something really special again this season under Hansi Flick. Perfect team, perfect coaching staff for it. And they look focused, don't they? And energetic from match day 1. And with so many variants and options to bring off the bench too.
If I asked you...
Oh my God, what a ball, Gordon. Leaves it. Cancelo could be 6. Ominous this for Elche. Joao Cancelo behind Fermin, who's on a hat-trick.
If I asked you what the weakness of this squad was, you'd have to think first of all.
I'd have to argue it to you, yeah.
And then you'd have to make a point. Can you give me one?
Natural number 9?
I mean, that seems like the thing that they don't have. But it didn't prove to be a problem today, but you're right. But you're right.
I think you're looking at different game scenarios though, aren't you? Where you're thinking that could come in handy.
Yeah. To sort of to solve that problem or to patch up that hole. But for all we know, Hansi has already designed something that doesn't require that. Because Rafinha and Gordon and Olmo and Fermin have all been making runs in behind. Now, how often do Barça play a game where they need...
That's what I'm coming at. That's what I'm coming at, yeah.
But how often do they play a game where they need someone to, like Lewandowski did, to come drop in and hold up play a little bit?
And also, Spencer, I don't know how many more La Liga games we're going to get with this much space in behind.
Yeah, well, that's true too.
I really don't. And I think that's where you get the more natural option. Because if you're against 2 banks of 4 and you got Rafinha trying to make those runs in behind, I mean...
No, but like we were always calling in games where the 9 didn't get involved. This is just the last chance. In games where the number 9 didn't get involved, we were... I think we should just beep, beep, beep. Okay, beep, 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 beep.
Full time, Barça win by 5 goals to 0 away to Elche to start match day 1 here in La Liga. What a glorious, glorious way to kickstart the season. Culers, thoughts in the live chat, let us know. Spencer Seagal, I'm coming to you immediately. How good was that? We were thinking here 3-1. You said 4-1 to be fair to you. Quite a lot of goals. We did get 5 in the end. That was perfect from Barça, wasn't it? 5-star display.
That was fun. That was football again. We're back. We're playing football. And 5 goals with a couple of braces, a brace of assists for Gordon. I mean, everything seemed to go right today. So on to the next one, which thankfully is only a couple of days away.
Yes, it's not far away, guys. On Thursday night, Barça will play against Athletic Club. Don't go anywhere because we've got all the reactions. And we've got the highlights tonight, which you're going to enjoy. So make sure you stick around if you miss them. Highlights are coming up any minute now, people. So do not go anywhere. What a brilliant, brilliant first game of the season, though, for Barça. It really was in terms of everything they produced there. So impressive, Spence. I mean, Hansi Flick's going to be very happy, but the performance from the players, the ones who started, the ones who came on, I know with the opposition and whatnot, it was interesting, and maybe over the course of the season, there'll be different tests for Barça. But in a World Cup summer, match day 1, you can't ask much more than that, can you, from Hansi Flick's team?
No, that was as perfect as we could have wanted, and there was very few notes. No notes on what was going on. And we'll break this down now as we will hopefully get to wrap this up in the way that we know how to at Barça Live and be able to show you the highlights of this game as well.
Yep.
We'll break down some of the things that worked and why this game felt so easy, which no football game should feel this easy to win, but Barça made it look that way tonight.
Yeah, they certainly did. Coming up in a few minutes' time, highlights and reactions from the Martínez Valero. Don't go anywhere, people. It's all coming up here. Hello, culés. Welcome to the post-game show here on Barça Live. We've won 5-0 on Matchday 1 for Barça, Matchday 2 in LaLiga in total. But a 5-star performance, a 5-goal performance from Barça. Here's the highlights from the game for those of you who missed it.
Let's go.
Coming right up on your screens. A perfect performance, we've said it, Spence, to kickstart La Liga for Barça. And it started really well too, Well, it was an intense opening 10 minutes or so, really. It was a bit tight, it was a bit cagey. Elche were coming forward too, but slowly the game started to expand. Slowly Barça started to get into things. Here are the highlights on your screens, people, that you'll see in a few moments' time. Matchday 1 there was Hansi Flick, not the way that Alessandro wanted to start. We had this before kick-off, by the way. The World Cup winners for Spain were awarded with some pretty much pleasantries, and then this immediately, the space in behind was slowly starting to be shown, wasn't it, Spence? And then now the penalty.
Yeah, so the first 10 minutes of the game, I think, were both teams just working their way into the game and establishing their style. Both teams did that. Elche did it too, and the only thing that didn't separate the teams was the scoreboard at this point, because Barça were showcasing their quality from the outset, and this penalty is a prime example of that. Rafinha straight into the side netting. Look at this. Keeper goes the right way, and he's still miles away.
So good from Rafinha, who was at the heart of a lot of good that Barça did, as was Adeyemi, by the way. Gavi going off injured was one of the worst pieces of news, wasn't it, Spence?
That's the worst part of this game for sure, and we'll wait to see on the status of Gavi. But then we're also thinking right here, 45-minute mark, and it's like, all right, we're going into halftime, it's 1-0, you'll take that result, right? And then just like that, Adeyemi from Rafinha, and now you've got a nice cushion going into halftime.
Glorious from Karim Adeyemi, who got his first Barça goal, set up by Rafinha. No mistake with the finish into the far corner. We only made it 3 before half-time, believe it or not. Bernal, it was sliding, and he was quietly brilliant as well, wasn't he? Marc Bernal today, going about his business, being set up by Rafinha on that occasion, who was a thorn in Elche's side all night long.
Yep.
Playing number 9 tonight, but right in behind and right up there for MVP for us. Gordon came on in a flash, set up Rafinha, 2-0, easy as you like.
I think there was his first 2 touches. I don't think he had a touch before that. He takes a touch to control it, another touch to dish it off, and Rafinha not going to miss from there.
Yeah, brilliant from Barcelona, who were really in full rhythm at this point. Off the post, this was probably the closest Elche came, if we're being honest. But on match day 1, it is indeed a clean sheet for Barça. Joan Garcia letting that one go. Kept going forward, didn't we? We thought Olmo found the corner here. The quality Barca brought off the bench too was simply too much for Elche at times.
You see Gordon starts this run from his own half, so there's no problem of it being offside. Now look, he's one-on-one. He's going to score his debut goal for Barca, and he makes the most unselfish decision. Anthony Gordon, you sick puppy.
Incredible. I mean, to bring off the bench was cruel, wasn't it, in a game like this? And he made all the difference, Anthony Gordon. Barca already cruising, and he killed Elche off already. Another assist. Fermin, by the way, who took this one in off Espart and finished into the corner. Brilliant take from him, a brilliant finish. Barca in cruise control, got 5 in the end, and, well worth all 5 of those goals. Some really good football. Elche can't be too happy with the way they defended for much of the game, but hey, Fermin, glorious take, glorious finish. 2 goals for him on return, Spence.
Yeah, and that turn right there, just another example of Barca's quality shining through tonight in a 5-0 game where there was never really any doubt.
No, there wasn't. You look at some of those individuals then, Spence. I mean, Rafinha's one we're talking about. Xavi Espart, I've got his stats up on my screen right now. What a good first start to the season for him. This is a kid we saw coming through a lot last season, getting good minutes in the first team. We know of him from the under-19s, and Barça Athletic, leader, very diligent player, can play in various positions. We hadn't seen him at left-back yet, I hadn't at least, and he played very well there again, I thought, tonight. Very aggressive player, very intense in a lot of his work he does. And again, so impressive, Spence. I mean, fit in like a glove, like he'd been playing there for years now, didn't we think?
Yeah, and that just speaks to the versatility of what Hansi's got available to him along the back line this year, because he can put him at right back, he can put him at left back, and the other players that played along the back line too can also play those other positions. So this is just what he wanted to do tonight, and now we've seen that he can go there and he can make a lot of inverted runs, which is what happened.
Yeah, it's going to be intriguing. More on a spot later, because we've got the first reactions coming in from the Martínez Valero. It's the captain, Rafinha.
Victoria contundente del equipo, 5-0, portería 0. Es la mejor forma de empezar la liga definitivamente, ¿no?
Bueno, sí, la verdad, la mejor forma de empezar la liga son con 3 puntos. Obviamente, con el partido que hemos hecho, con el resultado que hemos hecho, creo que va mucho mejor, ¿no? Creo que hemos hecho un buen partido desde el principio. Hemos puesto bastante ritmo al partido, sabíamos que con el calor que hace aquí sería importante, y creo que desde el principio hemos hecho muy bien.
Escuchamos ahora la afición, Rafinha capitán, has hecho un partidazo, 2 goles, una asistencia. ¿Cómo te has sentido hoy?
Bien, la verdad que bien, me siento bien, creo que me falta un poco de forma física, pero me siento bien y bueno, creo que la manera más fácil de devolver el apoyo de la afición es así, marcando goles y asistiendo.
¿Quieres explicar tu celebración de por quién va?
Me ha pedido Gael me ha pedido que celebrara así, ahora está en el momento de su vida que le encanta el Spider-Man y me ha pedido que celebrara así.
Vale, y última pregunta, ¿cómo has visto el debut de Adeyemi y Gordon, que han hecho también asistencia y gol hoy?
Nada, espectáculo, al final ya sabíamos que eran dos jugadores que iban a asomar muchísimo con nosotros, tienen una calidad espectacular y bueno, la mejor manera de empezar creo que el primer partido por lo que han hecho es espectacular, creo que tienen que salir muy contentos por el partido que han hecho los dos y bueno, ahora nos toca pensar en el próximo ya.
El último, que sería segundo partido, que el primero de la jornada realmente contra el Athletic Club en casa, ¿qué esperas?
No he entendido nada.
Que para la primera jornada realmente, que sería contra el Athletic en casa, primer partido en casa, ¿qué esperas?
Sí, bueno, en casa creo que tenemos que dar nuestro mejor siempre delante de nuestra afición y bueno, seguramente que nos apoyando desde el principio del partido haremos un buen partido. Gracias.
Words there of Rafinha after this one there, saying, hey, look, we started very well. I thought his words on the 2 newcomers were good too, weren't they, Spence? On Gordon and Adeyemi, he said, look, we know these are 2 players with bags of quality. And this guy's a leader for us, isn't he, too, Rafinha? Apart from what he's bringing on the pitch, which, no matter where he plays, seems to be a ridiculously high level, he is a leader, and you can see the way he speaks about the newcomers, who, by the way, are signings in his position. But this is a guy who's going to work with all of them and bring players into this team, and yet again led from the front tonight, I thought, Spence, and did it ever so well.
Yeah, and he knows that this is just the beginning, and that's why before he even got that final question about what we should be expecting from the game on Thursday. He's saying this is game number 1, and we've got a long way to go, and we've got plenty of football left to play. He was saying, and now, even before that question came, he said, now our next objective is to focus on Thursday and Athletic Club.
What about some of those new signings then? Because there's been a bit of talk about obviously who Barca have brought in. You mentioned price tags and whatnot, Spence, and I think since Rodri's signing, and then it's been Cancelo's week as well, there's been a bit of attention shifted. Adeyemi, though, who was maybe the most low-key of the signings in a way, Spence, because he comes in and sort of just gets on with his job, and I think obviously Gordon is maybe the name that people were talking about a lot of the summer. Good pre-season, gets his first goal against Basel, first official one tonight, and I was really impressed with him once more. He seems like a really good option to have for Barca in this league, and another good piece of work by the sporting team to bring this player in who we know had bags of quality growing up through his youth days too. Probably didn't have the season he would have wanted last year at Dortmund. Comes into a Barca team now. Is this another case of another real talent who's just going to get elevated at the Blaugrana?
Yeah, so we're talking about Adeyemi, right?
Yeah.
He's a guy who I think you said he's one of the more low-key signings that Barca had over the summer. But I think I agree with you, but I think he's the player who's also had the most opportunity to start his Barca career.
Correct.
And that's not nothing, because Anthony Gordon, you're expecting him to be part of Barca's most important 11 on any given day. Obviously, Rodri is a Ballon d'Or winner, so he's in there when given the opportunity. But based on various factors, circumstances, different things, both in and out of Barca's control, Adeyemi's the guy who's been able to step up so far and take control of the opportunity given to him. And he did that tonight because we saw him make his debut in Birmingham. He was good in that game, but he just didn't quite have the space.
Yep.
We saw him in a couple of other preseason friendlies. He did score a goal against Basel, and now we're thinking, all right, it's time to show it. And this was a perfect matchup for him because Elche was giving him all kinds of space. We said it in the first half. You said it all the whole time that this is his moment. And after Rafinha scores the goal, once we get to the second goal, you'll see the fruits of his labor.
Yeah, very good first official start for Barca tonight for this one here. Karim Adeyemi, really bright, really positive. That was his ball across the face of goal earlier on in the game, which so nearly had a touch. Said it again. We'll wait for word on Gavi, people. We don't have word on it just yet. But Gavi ended up being forced off, injured in this one. But Adeyemi was really bright. He's going to get his goal here. You'll see it in a minute. Rafinha again, just good awareness for him. But touch on the left, finish on the right. No problem whatsoever. No chance for the goalkeeper. Cool with his celebration. And an excellent start to his Barcelona career. We can see the same thing about his pal Anthony Gordon, who came in and lit everything up in the second half, didn't he, Spence, with a truly brilliant display off the bench. And there's the outside of the footpath.
Yeah,
we saw it.
I was gonna say I couldn't recall seeing it. I must have missed it on the first one. Ironically, like we're talking about all of these great plays, all of these great players. That was the only Lamine highlight that we get to see from this thing tonight.
Yeah,
that's not a bad thing. It just goes to show you how much talent there is spread out throughout this club, because Gordon takes 2 touches with his Barca career, and he does that, and he provides the assist. And then, Elche had one chance potentially to make it 3-1. They didn't do it. And then Gordon, just a few minutes later, makes it 4-0. And again, I mean, just take a look at... Well, first of all, there was this chance, too, I forgot, from Olmo.
Yeah.
But you take a look at Gordon's unselfishness, and you just think, he's already bought in.
Yeah. He's going to be a real asset, I think, here. And for games like this, when there's space in behind, he's going to be unbearable, I think, for defences. You see the 2 assists he gets here. So calm. So precise in his play. I think it's going to be intriguing to see him against low blocks too, though, Spence. I think he has got the quality to unlock those too. So I think in that regard, Barca have made a very astute acquisition there. Yeah. Fans were really impressed with him, though, weren't they, Spence? And I think naturally we're seeing Rodos at 220 here saying Flash Gordon, as Fermin made it 5 there with, by the way, another brilliant goal off of Esparza's assist.
I've got a friend of mine who wanted to... He wants to trademark Anthony Gordon's nickname because there's a Simpsons character.
Go on.
Who's in Spanish, his name is Tony El Gordo.
Okay.
It's Fat Tony.
Yeah.
But in Spanish, it's Tony El Gordo. So Anthony, Tony, Gordon. Tony El Gordo. Está bien.
I don't know how gordo he is, but
No, he's not gordo at all, but that's kind of the, yeah.
I like it though.
Tony El not so gordo.
Okay. We can maybe hear from him.
The production team doesn't like it.
No,
I like it. I think Tony El gordo está bien, eh.
Spence, you can have it.
Sí que está bien.
Spence, you can have it in that regard. You and your mate can have it, Spence. Job done for Barça. You're seeing the images on your screen. We saw the highlights there too. Spence, tell us some other players we looked through the team. We saw him score 2 there. Fermín López. I mean, not an easy summer. And you mentioned to me before the game, you said, hey, Pablo, watch out because this could be a key player today because this is a player who's not had an easy summer at all and is going to be hungry. What can he produce this year for Barça? And bang, immediately, match day 1, 2 goals. Took them ever so well, didn't he? Especially the second one on the turn. And just straight back in like he never left. Of course, he's been able to be here for pre-season. He's got those minutes under his belt. We're going to enjoy a lot of Fermín this season, aren't we, with the number 7 shirt on too?
Yeah, you said it. He was so hungry just to get going and play football again because he was missing that. And this was the summer where he was going to play in the World Cup for Spain and he was going to lift that trophy and everyone else did it but him. And that's hard. That is so hard mentally. We talked about it in the preseason as he was getting back into game fitness and getting out there and being able to play. It's one thing for us to sit here and say, yeah, he was injured, so he didn't play in the World Cup, and all of his friends and teammates won the freaking World Cup, and he wasn't playing. Oh, but yeah, you just go back out and play football now. Do you know how hard that is mentally to do? And yet, he's out there tonight, and I think he at least for this game, and there's a long way to go for him and everybody on this squad, but especially for his psyche and psychological health, this was a great sign because this showed that all of that energy that he was building up was used in a positive way. And you can see he just went out and he played with an anger and a desire to be the best version of himself, and he scored 2 goals.
Glorious.
And also, credit to Anthony Gordon for giving him that first goal.
Yeah.
Because
could have been Gordon's easily.
It could have been Gordon's, and you give that to Fermín, and who knows what that does for his confidence.
Yeah, brilliant from Gordon, and brilliant from Fermín, who we love to see back on the pitch. Spence, how about some MVP votes? How about that, people? Call us in the members live chat. Let us know your MVP votes. 3 points, 2 points, 1 point. If you're new here, 3 for who you thought was your MVP, 2 second place, 1 third place. Top 3 players, let us know. Spence, you're up first. Hit me.
So I gave my 3 points to Rafinha because it was clear that he was the most important element of Barça's attack tonight. He was playing roles that we're not used to see him playing. He was all over the pitch. I'd love to see his heat map because he was up the middle often and he was high up the pitch often, scored the brace. 3 points for him tonight. He was leading the club both, not just in the goals, but as the captain as well. 2 points for Xavi Espart. He was helpful along the back line. He was defending brilliantly, and when being asked to get forward, he got forward. He was taking risks at times. He would come up the pitch from that left back position, which is fairly new to him, especially at this level. If he lost the ball or if someone else around him lost the ball, he was pressing really well. 2 points for him. And then, obviously, 1 point for Tony El Gordo.
Those are your votes, Spence. Let's see what some of the live chat are saying. Eva Binks says 3 Rafa, 2 Fermín, 1 Gordon. Thank you, Eva, for your votes. Rodos, what have you got for me? Rafinha 3, Fermín 2, Espart 1. We've got Emmy is saying Fermín 3, Rafinha 2, Espart 1. Philip says 3 Rafa, 2 Fermín. Jonathan says 3 Rafa, 2 Espart, 1 Fermín. All quite similar. A lot of Esparts, a lot of Fermíns. Nice to see, people. I honestly didn't put any Fermín down myself either, Spence. I also went for a different sort of approach with my votes, which I'll get up on the screen in a few minutes' time. This wasn't easy, by the way, though, because there were so many good performances today, of course, and so many players who stepped on and I thought did really well today. My votes were these, though. I went for that front 3, if you like, that I'm not sure we saw on the same pitch at the same time, but I thought they were really good. Rafinha, I've gone for 3 because I think...
The ragtag bunch. R-A-G. I figured I'd try it. I don't know if I like that one as much as Tony Alvarado, though.
I don't mind it, though. I'll have it.
You give it a shot.
I'll have it. The ragtag bunch I've gone
Ragtag
for.
bunch.
Rafinha 3, brilliant. I wanted to give it to a newcomer, I'm going to be honest, guys, but because I gave Rafinha man of the match every game last season, but he deserved it. Adeyemi I really liked, so I've given him 2. And I've given Gordon 1. I know he didn't play the full game and didn't get too many minutes, and I'm looking back and I'm thinking this is quite harsh on Fermin. But I did want to give Adeyemi his props because I thought I was really impressed by him. And I've given Gordon 1 because I thought he was a flash. Spence, it's just you and me today. Feeling a bit,
So I guess do we add them all up then, or
feeling a bit lonely, or so yeah, there you go. That's what you got.
okay? Are we gonna have more people later?
We might do. We'll have to wait and see.
Maybe we should solicit some votes from more, because I mean I'm good with that. That's
yeah.
fine, but
Okay. Yeah.
Now no, look at that. It's a 3-way tie for second.
It is. Yeah. There you go. So everyone's happy. I'm Guillet says 3 Rafael, 2 Gordon, 1 Fermin. A few people are asking us about our little set here. Look at us. Where
are you?
We're in a dressing room.
Do you not recognize this behind us? If you keep your eyes open, Hansi might be walking in any time.
Yeah. Keep your eyes
You never
peeled.
know.
And the home games you're going to love too, by the way, people. If those of you who watched us for the Gamper, you'll see where we are for the home games. Stay tuned on Thursday night because it's all coming up. It's going to be great fun, Spence. It's going to be cool.
I'm excited.
We got a lot coming up.
I do not know what
Yeah.
to expect.
Okay, well, it's going to be good fun. So you're going to see all of that on Thursday, people. We're waiting for a few more reactions to come in here from the ground, from the Martinez Valero. For now, that we can continue to go over everything we've seen today. There are the MVP votes. OTPMYRO says 3 Rafa, 2 Fermin, and 3 Pedri. You've given 3 points to Pedri, so I'm guessing you mean a 1 there. Pedri we didn't really speak about. Came on, control things, didn't he, Spence? I mean, it wasn't a game where he needed to do too much, it felt, but in terms of coming on, dealing with everything in front of him, he did a very good job, didn't he, Pedri? And, I mean, to be able to bring him off the bench is a real joy and a privilege, isn't it, at this level?
I was just looking at. I saw that last goal just now a moment ago.
Yeah.
From
Fermin?
For Fermin. I wanted to see. Do you know who got the assist?
Espart.
Yeah. I didn't realize that.
No, really?
No, I was just so focused on the Fermin goal itself that I didn't even register that someone was going to get an assist. But good on him. Good on him.
Yeah. Xavi Espart with the assist for that goal. Yeah, quite right.
Nice.
And Pedri, who came on at half time, basically, Spence, didn't he, in this one? I mean,
Yeah.
I say it. It's not that he didn't have a lot to do. He did, but he controlled things hugely, didn't he, in terms of the way he got on the ball for Barça and just started getting us playing again. And we've said it before, it was a different game. Like, I'll show you the match stats. I think usually Barça in league games, we're not going to have 54% possession. We're going to have an awful lot more. We'll be in the 60s for sure. So, and we see only 42 passes for Pedri. He usually makes a lot more than that. But he still comes on and brings a calmness to this team that you can't really debate, can you?
It's strange because we were talking about how this game was more chaotic in the first half. And even though Pedri came onto the pitch right before halftime, it stayed chaotic, but it just felt more organized.
He did.
And that's sort of the sweet spot for Barça, is organized chaos. Because when they're in possession, everything is a very well-oiled, functioning robot machine. Maybe not like the ones, I don't know if you saw them earlier today on social, that were running track and field, and
I saw a robot take a free kick earlier.
and then hit the Ronaldo celebration. Not those kinds of robots.
Jesus,
those are not
yeah.
well-oiled robots. But
Yeah.
this Barca machine offensively is, and in defense, without the ball, that's where the chaos comes in, because they are on you. They are trying to take the ball from you, and they're pressing, and they're putting 2 or 3 players in the path of the ball to turn you over and turn it into a goal quickly. And with Pedri on the pitch, you get a little bit more of that organized chaos. Everybody played their role today. I'd be hard pressed to find a player that didn't play well and wouldn't get a good rating out of 10. If I had to guess on who the lowest rating was out of the starters, it would be like the guy who didn't touch the ball, which was or Garcia or Koundé. Like they barely touched the ball because they didn't need to.
Good news if you're saying that about your goalkeeper, isn't it? The defense then, Spence. I mean, I almost forgotten about it, but
Sorry, Koundé didn't start. He came off the bench.
He did, yeah. The players who started in defence, though, were very solid indeed. I think between Joan Garcia and goal, who didn't have an awful lot to do. You got Gerard Martin in there once more. Andreas Christensen. Eric Garcia, I thought, was wonderful again, by the way. I think between these guys back here, Esparza, obviously we've already spoken about quite a lot. Between all of these here, this was a very solid defensive performance for Barça. And we've said it before that Elche, we don't think we're up to the task tonight, if we're being really honest with ourselves. But from a Barça perspective, defensively, so solid back there. Really, really good for match day 1. Gerard Martin, we sort of know what to expect from last season. But Christensen, good first start for him back in the team.
Yeah, so you talk about the defense, and I'll play to that point because I've got a good comment here from Edwink. It says, Elche will give you space, which plays into a lineup like this. The low blocks, on the other hand, might be an issue without a natural 9, which we've been talking about all night. It's a good point. However, I'll kind of make a slight counter to that, because while you might have more trouble getting in behind, first of all, Barça against any team have never really, with under Hansi Flick especially, have never had trouble scoring goals. If you need 1 or 2 or 3, they usually find a way at some point to get one. The thing is, Elche were getting in behind Barca's defense a couple of times tonight. They didn't quite have the quality to finish it off. I know what you're looking at, and I know what you're thinking right now. Let's get to that in just a second.
No, go on.
But the thing is that it's a good point. But if you play against a low block, then that defense for Barça, when the other team comes in to attack, are going to be much less likely to attack you the way Elche did tonight. Those low block defenses are going to have a lot harder time getting chances and scoring against Barça. And so instead of a 5-0 or a 5-4, I said it's Barça always find a way. It'll be a 1-0 or a 2-1. And go ahead, give me your thoughts. Go ahead.
I was just seeing Gordon getting into it, and I was just wondering what language he's speaking in. I was just intrigued, genuinely, because he's speaking to Spanish.
No,
he's
speaking in English. I'm trying to lip read. He's speaking English.
Yeah,
he's
you think?
English.
Yeah. He's speaking to our colleague Jamie Easton there. So I wasn't sure because that's not one of those trilingual men. Anyway, we've got some more people coming in. Spence, we've got some more reactions from the Martinez Valero. Why don't we hear from the coach, Hansi Flick?
Hansi, congratulations. 5 goals. Clean sheet. Do you think this is the best start for your team in LaLiga?
Of course, especially against this opponent, Elche did it really well. They play a good ball. It's really nice to see them, and we defend also very good, especially the last line and the midfielder. I'm really happy about this performance. And of course, in the first half, I think we lost too many balls. We have to make much better also in the next games. But at the end, the result was really good. The substitution were in the right moment, and also the right players. So I'm happy about this.
Now that you speak about the last line, we want to ask you about Xavi Espar. Also, we need to bring the name of Rafinha, Fermín López. How do you see them today?
No, very good. It's Rafa. You know, he's a player. He's always like. Show the intention we need, and this today he make it fantastic, and also the 2 goals are very important for him for the confidence. Xavi Espar played as a left back, also a fantastic game. He's very calm. He's with the ball at high quality.
And we also watch Gordon making his debut with 2 assists, and also Adeyemi scoring that goal. What do you think about their performances?
No, this is why they are playing for Barça.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thanks.
Was there of Hansi Flick there?
That's why they're playing for Barça.
Yep, spot on. That's what we said though, Spence. They did slot in really well, though, didn't they? Both Adeyemi and Gordon did look like they've been playing for us for a while. And I'd say the same about Xavi Espar too, who we know has come through the ranks, of course, but personality he showed playing in the first team, as did the new signings. So all round, I think in terms of newcomers we saw on the pitch, and we're still waiting for a few. We thought we'd see Hamza tonight, for example. Maybe thought we'd see Pesquet also, with some players missing at left back. In terms of newcomers out on the pitch, though, all really positive, right?
Everybody who's gotten their chance has taken the most advantage of it, and I think maybe the guy whose debut impressed us the most is about to speak.
Here he is, Anthony Gordon.
Okay, first, Anthony, how do you sum up the team's performance tonight?
Top performance, I think the perfect start. 5 goals scored, no goals conceded. Very happy. I thought we played some lovely football, scored some great goals. And more importantly, I thought the defenders made some excellent last-minute challenges, blocks. So overall, extremely good.
We want to know, how do you feel with this debut and the first game wearing the Barça jersey?
I feel so good. I feel so good since I've arrived. I said in the interview then that the guys have made me feel so welcome. I feel at home already. The city is amazing. The people are so friendly. And I think I will get better and better the longer I'm here.
You think it's a dream debut for you and for Adeyemi? He scored the goal, you provided 2 assists. Is this a dream debut for you too?
Of course, I think you always want to win. It's always about the team first, especially with this club. But big congratulations to Karim because he performed a great performance. He got his first goal. He worked really hard in some defensive transition, so really happy for him.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
Lovely words there from Anthony Gordon, who
professional.
Seems like he's slotting in really nicely, speaks well. We knew before he came in, Spence, this is someone who's quite obsessive with improving as a player, quite improving as a person as well. I watched a really good interview with him on the Overlap, actually, and speaks a lot about trying to improve as a player, and he's got big ambitions, big goals, and people maybe wrote him off when he was younger, too small or whatnot, but you can see that he's got a bit of a desire in him to really prove himself. He's got the chance now at Barça, and he said there that the team's made me feel really welcome. I love the city, I've loved the club. He's enjoying himself. Tell you what, someone else enjoying himself tonight. Fermín López, here he is.
Hola Fermín, primer de tot, enhorabona pel partit, has fet 2 gols, has sortit de titular. Com t'has vist tu i com has vist l'equip?
Hola, bona nit. Crec que l'equip ha fet un molt bon partit, de principi fins al final, hem fet molts gols i hem de seguir així, agafant ritme, i personalment molt content per marcar una altra vegada amb el Barça i res, estem molt contents i hem de seguir així.
Què li has dit a l'Anthony amb aquesta assistència que t'ha donat en el seu primer partit? També estàs content per ell?
No, li he dit thank you, perquè la veritat que estava sol també i me l'ha donat perquè jo marqués i crec que ha fet un molt bon partit també i estem molt contents tots amb ell.
Tu també en el personal com t'has sentit? Perquè després d'aquest estiu que ha sigut complicat per tu, a nivell sensacions, físicament, com t'has vist?
No, molt bé, la veritat que físicament una miqueta muerto, però estic content, he de seguir agafant ritme i tenia moltes ganes de jugar i res, espero seguir ajudant l'equip així.
Ara ja, proper partit el dijous a casa, a Spotify Camp Nou contra l'Atlètic Club, amb ganes d'aquest primer partit de Lliga a l'estadi?
Sí, molta gana, la veritat que tenim moltes ganes de jugar una altra vegada al Camp Nou i serà un gran partit davant de l'Atlètic Bilbao i doncs esperem fer un altre gran partit i guanyar.
Thank you.
I love that. What did you say to Anthony Gordon after his debut and after the assist? He said, I said thank you. I love that.
That's great. And you know what? Later this season, Fermín will give Anthony an assist and he'll say merci.
Sí, merci.
Moltes gracias.
Fermín and Gordon already linking up very well indeed, and for Barça, very good news indeed. This the start to the season. We can have a look at the highlights another time here.
Roll them
before we start to bid good night here.
Oh, look at that. We were 15th in the table like 2 hours ago.
I know, and you said, Spence, I don't want that anymore. Well, Barça delivered. They made sure that wasn't
Guys,
the case.
we're in the Champions League places. Woo!
By the way, Spence, that's something that's exciting coming up in the coming days. Thursday, it's not just Barça Athletic Club.
Oh, yeah.
It's the Champions League draw, too,
True.
on the same day. So this is going to be really fun.
Oh.
I'll tell you what. There's no more time for the highlights because Hansi Flick's in the press room. Massive thank you here on Matchday 1, Spence. See you again on Thursday. Culers, what a good way to start the season. Barça Live, we're back, baby. We're back on Thursday. See you soon. Take care.
Bona nit, Mireia Ruiz en directe a la TDT de Catalunya Ràdio. Li preguntarem a Flick la manera com ha començat el Barça aquesta Lliga i que tot i així s'ha vist potser una mica preocupat, que és el que el feia patir. Today, a clean sheet, 5 goals scored, when there's a lot of debate about Barça signing a number 9, it's like... riu ara, Flick. everything was great tonight, but you seemed like a little concerned at the first half. Yeah, in the first half.
And why?
And
why? What do you think?
I wanted to ask you, what were you concerned about? Because everything was great tonight.
I was concerned because we had too many ball lost, easy ball lost, and this is normally not our game. So we have to control a little bit more the ball. This is what I want from the team. But at the end, we had a clean sheet. It's fantastic because also we defend very well. And 5 goals against this team is also good. Elche play fantastic football. It's like, I really love to see them play, how they play football, how they play out, and very brave, and it's really great. And for us, of course, we want to use the spaces they give us, and especially after the substitution, we made it really, really good.
Hola, Hansi. Marta Ramon, en directe a RAC1. Li preguntarem per la decisió de deixar fora Balde. I need to ask you more about Balde. Can you explain why you decided to took him out from the list this morning? If something happened, and just to be clear, are you asking him to leave the team?
No, I'm not asking him to leave. I just this morning, because I feel that there is something with him, with Alejandro Balde, and I speak with him this morning, and I said, in this moment, I have this feeling, okay, and I think it's better that you get clear, okay, make your thoughts, and then we speak tomorrow again. And also he agree about this, because too many things are in his head, and so this is why he's not here.
Hola, Hansi, soy Santiago Valle para el Carrusel Deportivo de la cadena SER y el que te jugas Barça de SER Cataluña. Vamos a preguntar por la situación de Gavi. I would like to ask you about Gavi's injury. I don't know if you can clarify it is on the knee,
yes,
on the right knee.
This is in the knee, and we have to wait. He said that it's a little bit better than he expect after when he get injured. After the game was much better, but we have to wait. I think we will make a MRI and then we'll see.
Hi, Hansi, Elena Condisca, Cope. Nice to see you again.
Thanks.
After 5-0 and after the performance of the new signings like Adeyemi and Gordon, would you accept not singing a center forward, or is it still necessary? Thank you.
We will speak after this game. This was clear, because Dico and I we speak very often. What we can do, what is important, and it will be also next week. So we wait. We are really happy that we won 5-0 and 3 points, because this is a fantastic start for us. This is what we want, and it also gives us the confidence we need also for the next matches.
Buenas noches, Mr. Alfredo Martínez, Radio Estadio Noche Onda Cero. ¿Esperaba usted el nivel en la segunda parte de su equipo en este comienzo de la temporada? Did you expect this level from your team in the second half at the start of the season now?
I see a lot of quality in the training session. So this is how we want to do it every day. So for me, it's the most important thing is where you can improve is in the training, and we have this quality in the training. You also can give it or can show it in the game, and this is what I want from my team. So now it's so important that we are playing like a team, so we defend together and also attack together. And today, of course, I saw also a lot of potential. We have to make it much better, but also a lot of things we are doing really good.
Últimas dues preguntes, last two questions.
Hola, Hansi. Congratulations. Raúl Fuentes, Radio Marca. Xavi Espar played very well at left back. Are you surprised by how the player has developed during this pre-season, this summer?
He played also under 19 tournament, and he's 100% fit, and his level actually is really good. So I love this. I love again a player from La Masia again on this level. It's amazing, and for him it means nothing if he plays on right side as a number 8, as a number 5 on the left side. It's like that, and this is amazing. It's not, you don't have to find a lot of words. He knows what to do, and with the ball he's fantastic.
Hi Hansi, Leia Sarvalho from The Athletic. Rafinha has shown himself to be available for the team anytime, whatever position the team needed to. I would like to know how you rate his constant availability to the team, and how do you think how important his mindset is? Thank you.
It's from everyone. The mindset is important. So it's like, this is what we have to show. I said before, every day is like that. It's not. You can give only 60, 90%. It's no 100%. This is important, and when we show this in the training, this is fantastic. And Rafa also, he's the player for me. He's a good example, a good example for intensity, good example for improving this, and also to start the pressing. And when he's doing this, also the other players are following him, and this is great, and this is for me a captain.
Doncs fins aquí la roda de premsa. Gràcies, bona nit, buenas noches.
Gracias.